YouTube, not Rumble. I didn't get to do Rumble. It is what it is. Family, what's good? What's happening? Ironwork 92,000. Monday. So good to me. Family from the top. Let me say what's up. Lord Racer, what's happening, bro? Shannon Emerson, what's happening, sis? Rethinking, what's happening, bro? Lord Racer, what's happening? Again, because I got a little bit of a stroke. The True Few, what's happening, bro? Pete W, what's happening? Post anything too in the house. What's up? What's up? David, what's happening? Rethink Inc. The Akinator. Jim Anus. Jim, man, it's been a while, man, but it's good to see you, bro. It's good to see you and your booty hole. What's happening? The Valley Parks, what's happening? Okay, all right. Dylan Heron, what's good? Mojo Shop, what's good, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. All right. Carol Herring, Truth Seeker. How you doing, sis? It's good to see you. Welcome. All right. Godheart Guardian, how you doing? What's good? Sean Alke's in the house, and where there's Sean Alke, we have our sister ABC. All right. It's good to see you. Hey, Greg. Dun, 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 dun. Here's a story. Greg Brady. Greg, what's happening, bro? It's good to see you, man. All right, man. Hey, look at you. See how fast I'm going down this list and shit? You see how fast, right? Shit. One more quarter. What's good, bro? One more quarter in the house. All right. Joyce B, what's happening, sis? Good to see you, Joyce B. Okay. Joyce B. Newbick, what's happening, bro? Newbick with the Newbick cube, the Rubik cube. It's good to see you, man. Greg B, what's happening, bro? Greg B's in the house. Angela Baby Carson, ABC, aka Alphabet. How you doing? Miss Homemaker. She always got some projects she got going on, man. If you haven't subbed, make sure to sub to Angela Baby Carson's channel. I'm gonna go look for it. I know I'm talking about it, and I should have it at the ready. I don't though, but make sure you sub to her channel. She is on the hunt for 1,000. So I went ahead and I subbed to our sister's channel, and I show it some love from time to time, So yeah, Chris Getz, what's going on, bro? Hopefully, no relation to Bernard Getz. NDB, what's happening, family? All right, NDB's in the house. Jay Heighton, what's happening, man? It's good to see you. Chris Allen's in the house. What's good? All right. Carlos Sanchez, what's happening, bro? All right. Good to see you, man. Next chapter's in the house. Good to see you. Professor Phil, man, that's a name I hadn't seen in a minute. Professor Phil been hiding in his laboratory. Probably working, probably got a whole bunch of student stuff you taking care of. So we welcome you, Professor Phil, at any moment, anytime you can spend with us, man. It's much appreciated. Whether you agree with us or not, I really appreciate you coming in here, man, and showing us some love, man. Thank you, Professor Phil. NDB, God's watching this flat earth. He sure is. I'm happy to have you guys. Welcome at such short notice, too. Yo, thank you very much, everybody, for just dropping in. I just got out of a show. And it was in the Lion's Den. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is, man. I did that because I knew I was going to get my ass handed to me. I was in there in the middle of it. That's reality, right? I like putting myself in these positions because I don't have to. Nobody has to agree with me, but as long as I can reach one person, really that's what that's what I think matters. As long as I could provide something to make people think, that's all that matters to me. And I was while I was in this show, I was getting told, oh no, you didn't do those things in the Navy. You're a liar, and you're stupid because you believe the earth is flat. You know what I'm saying? I'm stupid. And guys, that's right. Sub to our sister ABC. She is in the house. Our sister Angela Baby Carson. You know what I'm saying? Say, dog, I don't appreciate you saying that the earth flat, cuz. Know what I mean? Because if the earth, time out. If the earth was flat, and I'm like, yeah, man. They say everything, and it's cliche. It's shit that I basically expect at the end of the day. And it's cool. Yeah, and then I'm a dumbass flirt, right? Oh, so hold on. So here are the equations, and I love the equations. Here are the equations that they gave, and based off of these, you know what I'm saying? They give it to you. It's all upside down. Based off these equations, this, that, the third, and I'm like, okay, so tell me what these equations mean. It means that I was like, well, then tell me what it means. Tell me what it means. And I mean, of course they can't tell me. And then things came up like line of sight. Well, not even line of sight. I mentioned line of sight. And then I was told, "Oh, it's line of sight because it's curved." And I'm like, "That's not how line of sight works." And then he was like, "See, you called it line of sight, so you saying you need to see it." And I'm like, I was surrounded by it. And so I'm having tonight's episode because here's what I think, right? I think there are a couple of things that I need to touch on just to get you guys reacquainted because we get very comfortable talking in our spaces. Okay. When you go out in public and you go out in the street, you will be confronted by those naysayers. It's always going to happen. Always going to happen. So they're going to be bringing things to you like equations, right? Math equations. They're going to be bringing things to you, everything, always, always, always. And so really you have to have something at your disposal, but at the end of the day, what you can say, and this is what I said, right? I was like, look, anybody could do it. You could get on a fucking beach, look, grab your fucking telescope, grab a phone, grab something with a good zoom, a optic zoom, and you can achieve these things. It's not curving. At some point, it has to curve. And so it's telling me, oh, then how do you explain the sun? And it's all relative because it's so big that it's so slow. And I'm like, I was like, so then what about if you travel in the opposite direction of the Earth's rotation? They were like, yeah, well, it's you don't understand science, my brother. And I'm like, oh God, yo. I'm like, nah, that's and so I'm being called stupid and everything. I'm being told that I'm not black, and I'm being told everything, and I'm just like, and hey, you know what? I accept it. I take that. And here's the thing: you say you're a flat earther. This is even though we come here and this is like our safe haven, right? We could discuss anything, and we're not going to be ridiculed for our beliefs because we're part of we're one, right? So it's cool. But when you get outside of this bubble, reality sets in again. Sorry to say. And that's okay. And we have to remember that these guys are going to shit on us again, and it's back to square one. It's as if we don't exist. Our camp, we might not be there to like fight them off. So it'll be you by yourself, Daniel in the lion's den, right? And it's okay. Don't be shaken. Don't be rattled. Pick a position, fire, and fucking you just go down that path. And basically, the position I chose, I didn't use NASA's fake fucking images. I didn't use the fucking I didn't sit there and focus on like I didn't sit there and focus on NASA's, documents and everything else. I brought it up, I mentioned it, I gave them some stuff. I gave them a map as well. I also gave them a functioning map, that same map that we used in 19 that they used in 1943, the Army Air Corps, right? Do you want to know what I got because I gave them that map? They're like, "Oh, that map is old. We have GPS now." And I'm like, "I know the map is old, but the world is the same. It's the same world." They're like, "What? That doesn't explain how GPS works." I was like, "Well, then tell me what GPS does. Tell me what it does." They were like, "Oh, it's satellites." And I'm like, "Okay. GPS is satellites. Okay." And this is the people at large, right? And I'm being told I'm stupid. And here's the thing: they asked me what island arc is, and I said I have no idea what island arc is. They're like, "See, you say you know all these things, but you don't know what island arc is." I'm like, does it fucking matter that I need to know what island arc is for me? And this is and I'm mentioning these things because you're going to get a lot of that. See, you don't know what that is. So then how do you know what this is? Because you could go out on a fucking beach, you can look for yourself, and you can do these experiments yourself. You don't need anybody to do them for you. You could do them yourself. You could do it all by yourself. Snap your fingers, do your stare. You could do it all by just like this, just like you're snapping your fingers and doing your stare, right? You can do it all by yourself. Exactly. And so with these guys, sitting there telling me all this, you need to come back to square one, right? It's okay. It's okay if you just repeat yourself. It doesn't matter what equations they come up with. It doesn't it like those things. They're telling me, oh well, you didn't do this in the Navy. I was like, yeah, I did satellites, or I did fucking radar. I did subs. I did planes. Like I did it all, and it's like I took it for granted, and it really isn't curving. It sucks that I have to say that, and then they're like, so wait, you were a pilot? I was like, no, I wasn't a pilot. And so I told them like a dozen and a half times I was not a pilot. And then they started saying, but since you say you're a pilot, and I'm like, which part of I'm not a pilot do you motherfuckers don't not get? You know what I'm saying? And so it was fun though. It was fun. And so what I did was I forgot the channel's name. I gave him really what they were going to bring up was the disaster Lord Jamar had to deal with Professor Dave. I don't know if y'all saw it. We're probably going to burn it a little bit, and really that's the reason why I got onto that channel. You know what I'm saying? So I got onto that channel because we were going to discuss Professor Dave and or prostitute Dave, which I really don't want to give him any power, but we brought up him and the debate that he had with what's his name? Lord Jamar. So tomorrow, if you don't know, our brother Bro Sanchez is going to have his show off of that debate, and he's going to talk about it. And I know Lord Jamar, Bro Sanchez is going to bring the heat when he gets on that. So like I really look forward to his insights and what he thinks. But like I don't want to give Dave any more power than he has. So we're gonna kind of lean with it, rock with it. American Off Grid, what's happening, brother? It's good to see you. Truth Trollette in the house. What's going on, sis? How you doing, sis? Austin Murphy, what's happening? Good to see you, brother. Austin Murphy's in the house. Who else? Carrie Skates. Carrie Skates got all the dates. What's happening, brother? It's good to see you. Justin Johnson, ZZ Top. What's happening, my big brother? It's good to see you, man. Good to see you. All right, all right. And as you stream in, please have a seat. Make sure to hit that like button, that like and that share. That like and that share. See? Make sure you share this content. Yes. Sarah G. What's happening, sis? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. All right, all right. Shifty Shady Eyes, man. It's been a while. It's been a while since I seen you, man, but it's good to see you. Luke 2343, bro. It's good to see you, man. Sav Soul Unchained Mind. What's happening, man? Good to see you, Sav. It's good to see y'all, man. It's always a pleasure to see you guys. It's always a pleasure to see you guys in the house. Billy Labadi, Labadi, Labado. What's happening, man? And so yeah. And so, yeah, like you're going to come across those people that will make you feel very uncomfortable. And it's like being a flat earther from day one all over again. What I caution is you show what you show, you explain what you explain. Don't try to make shit up, right? Just keep it solid and stuff. What I shouldn't have done was I mentioned the Bible and I was like, hey, read your Bible. Read your Bible. And they were like, oh, there he go with the Bible thing. And I was like, you don't have to believe me. Read your Bible whether you want to or not. And I was like, just go out on any body of water, a big body of water preferably, right? And then you could do these tests all yourself. And I gave him the measurements. I gave him the curvature, right? 8 inches per mile squared, 25,000 miles in circumference, everything. I gave them all of that. Disclord, what's happening, brother? It's good to see you, man. Yeah, I gave them all of that. And so they instead of going with these are the measurements, our vision far exceeds what we're being told the measurements are. Instead of listening to any of that, because I must have said it like a million dozen times, they wanted to go with the math. Here's what I have a problem with. Too many people want to go with strictly math, right? And a lot of it is ego driven. I understand it's cool to sound smart and it's cool to get things right that don't fucking make sense, but it sounds sexy in front of people. I get it. I used to be like that. But then if somebody brings you reality and it far exceeds your math, it's time to stop what you're doing right there. Take a look at what this person is showing you and observe from that perspective. You can't keep saying, well, the math says. You sound like my brother. Crip Rick, what's happening, brother? You sound like my brother. My brother, the math teacher. Like kind of like Gerard Depardieu. My father, the hero. My brother, the math teacher. That guy will go to bat and he will die for some math. But unfortunately, math can go but so far. Math cannot give you reality, right? If your variables are non-existent or they are a flat out lie, then they're useless. They are useless. These guys are showing me, they were showing me, showing me stuff that I learned in school, that I learned in my technical schools and everything. I was like, I know that's the Earth curvature. And this is a radar's propagation and transmission based off of the Earth's curvature. And I was like, I get it. But radars run off of line of sight. And then they're like, oh, see, you don't even know what line of sight is. And I was like, and everybody was giving me that work in the comment section. Woo! I'm not black. I talk white. Oh, that's my favorite. I love I talk white. You talk too white, god damn it. Damn it, you talk white. Stop talking white. Shit. Start talking black. I don't know what the fuck that is. But I'm not even going to entertain it. But I talk too white. There I go talking white again, using big words. Of the, there, we, go, high, bye. I guess those words are too big. Earth, flat. My bad, y'all. Talk white. Let me talk white some more, right? So I was getting that work from them dudes, man. And then ultimately, I'm stupid. And so yeah. I gave them 8 inches per mile squared. And then they were like, so then when you fly in a plane, and then you know what they said? Here's the best part, that every so miles, the plane's nose drops. I said, oh, no, it does not. Whoever told you the plane's nose drops is lying to you. The plane maintains its nose at 1 to like 3 degrees, its nose up at all times while it's flying. Flies straight that way. And then they were like, well, the GPS, they were like, you know who made the GPS? And I was like, I don't know who made the G. I know it was a black woman. I don't know the woman's name. God forbid I don't know the black woman's name that made the GPS. Where's my black card? I'm going to give you my black passport and I'm going to give you my black card. Take it, please. Take it. Take it. I don't deserve it no more. So I'm being told that, oh, see, you don't know who made the first GPS. I said, it was a black woman. I don't know. See, you don't know her name. See, that's the problem, right? See, that's the problem, guys. See? But I'll tell you what. They gave me for all the shit that I'm talking right now. I'm only speaking this because what I think is important, the big takeaway that I got is that there are people out there that will still fight you on what this place is. Get on a platform, get on a point, stick to that point. Stick to that point that they can't change it, right? So when you're looking on a body of water, you can't make that body of water flex ever. But you had people in the chat saying, yes, water does curve. It's all on record, guys. It's all on record. That's the problem. Well, that's the problem, but that's also the benefit of the internet, right? You could do a quick play-by-play and be like, oh, I fucked that up. I might need to correct it. That's fine. But it stays there. So, Harmon, I'm sorry about that, bro. I'm not on Rumble tonight. I'm here. I quick bang, ad hoc tasking. Just made this for tonight for y'all. So you guys and that's what a lot of people fail to realize, right? And the egos are strong. Nobody, like, you thought it was changing. Like, there are a lot of people out there. And I figured, I don't know. I figured, especially black people, I figured a lot of us would be the first one to be some flat earthers. You know what I'm saying? And that's not at all the case. Not at all the case. For all the lies we've had to endure, for all the torture we've endured throughout for hundreds upon hundreds of years, you figure we'd be the first ones to be like, oh yeah, like we'd call it like it is. But no. That's not the case. As a matter of fact, we are a rarity. I don't know if it's because, and here's the thing, right? We know it's flat. We know it's flat. We've demonstrated like a million times already that it's flat. It is what it is. It just is. But there's a time where a people, especially black folks, you figure that they would take a look for all the lies that we've gotten from everybody, right? About who we are, where we were, this one, that one, and everything else, and all the lies that we still get to this day. You figure if anybody were to take a step back and look at the grand scheme of things, it would be us. We don't do that. The first place we go, the first place we go is Google. And I'm saying I'm just saying us as a community, us black people, right? We will go to Google and we will fight for those lies, those same lies that we're supposed to be getting away from. We're taking comfort in. But the argument could be made. The argument could be made that when I pick up the scriptures, when I pick up the Bible and I pine for the Bible and I say, hey, look in your scriptures, man. The Bible will tell you exactly what this place is. I get told, oh, you're looking in the white man's book. You're looking in the white man's book. That's not entirely true, right? The Bible, we see the Ethiopian Bible, a whole bunch of black people in Ethiopia, and it's pretty fucking hot. You know what I'm saying? So we see what it is they got, and there's a good reason as to why those guys are not a good reason. There's never really a good reason to invade anybody, but we see why Rome and the Vatican and Italy fought so fucking hard to try and break through and take over Ethiopia, and they could never achieve it, which is amazing. If Rome broke through to Ethiopia, think about the documents we wouldn't have. Think about the book of Enoch and everything else that we wouldn't have. So no, I wouldn't agree with just sitting there saying, "Oh, you look reading the white man's Bible, the white man's Bible, the white man, oh, the white man," and then just howling in the background, right? Now, for a lot of the lies that we get, can we blame it on white folks? I'm not saying blame it on white people. I would say blame it on science, right? A lot of the lies, yes, but who runs science? I don't know. I'm just asking that question. Just a question I'm asking, right? But if you're going to use that logic, right, that white people are bad and white people are this, then with the same lies that quote unquote white folks gave us to believe that this place is a globe, why not at least explore why it is we are flat earthers? We are who we are. Me, a black flat earther. You don't find too many of us. You got Ghost of Judah Tribe. Shout out to the ghost who brought me here. Ghost of Judah Tribe. Shout out to Bro Sanchez. Shout out to This is Feed Your Mind TV. You know, Will Duffy. Got blah, blah, blah. Shout out to Feed Your Mind TV and all those other amazing channels. Guys, don't forget to like. Don't forget to like. As you come in here, please don't forget to like. Give me a thumbs. I really appreciate you guys taking the time out to catch me here tonight at such short notice. But yes, but we are not a dime a dozen. We are like unicorns in this flat earth community. Many of us, the rest of us are just afraid to call this place out the way it is, like it is. I tell you, the same thing was with the cocoa. When the cocoa came out, you had a lot of brothers and sisters pining for that shit, right? You know, you had a lot of brothers and sisters just talking about how the cocoa's good, the cocoa's good. I said, wait a minute. You gonna believe these motherfuckers that poisoned us, especially us, gave us the AIDS virus in Africa and in Haiti just so they could get rid of our numbers, our populations, you know, possibly cause that earthquake in Haiti. And then they deliberately put cholera in the water in Haiti just so they could get rid of black. I'm not shitting you. This is all well documented. Just so they could and this is recent, just so they could get rid of black people. You know what I'm saying? So they've done their damnedest to get rid of us, but we don't die, we multiply. I heard that somewhere. But we're a strong, and we could be a very rebellious people, but that's good, right? That's good. It's good because it's powerful and it moves mountains, man. And when you got the truth behind you, you have no reason to be afraid. So I had no problem going in there and speaking my truth, but hearing these lies that these guys, and I'm not saying that they're lies. That's not what I'm saying. but the lies that they're spewing, that they were taught, just regurgitating, and none of them did any research. None of them went out there to do the things that many of us have done. You know what I'm saying? And I gave them my credentials to let them know I had a unique perspective of seeing this world. I was lucky. I'm not saying I'm cool or anything else like that. Not at all. I was just fortunate enough to be on subs, to be in a plane, to be diving and doing this, and being on a surface boat and doing that. Helping satellites get up there and stuff like that. I was lucky, right? And when I finally get to see the final product of these things, it's like, wow. And then I fast forward to now, because I wasn't thinking about these things then. Like, I'm like, holy shit, it's flat. It's flat, and I just whatever. Let me just make sure I jot this data down. But I was there, and I saw, and I experienced, and there were many others like me, that are like me, that are like us, that have gotten to see it for themselves, and then they come to the conclusion like, oh snap, it's flat. You know what I'm saying? But the difference between me and them, I've got a channel, they don't, right? A lot of them. I come out and I just say it, right? They don't. A lot of people don't want the attention. A lot of people don't want that smoke. What I just got in that last chat that I was in, you should see the sick shit. I was called a liar. I was lying to them. I was being told that I'm stupid because I don't know math. There was another guy that called me a tether. Oh, if you don't know what a tether is, let me tell you. So a tether is a black person, just so you guys know, add on to your vocabulary. Shout out to vocabulary. But a tether in black terms is a black person that is not FBA. What is FBA? Foundational Black American. And so I'm being called a tether because my parents aren't from here, because I'm not an original black, foundational Black American person. I shit you not. That's why I was getting the backlash, because I didn't know the name of the black lady that created GPS. I know the black lady that created GPS. Now, here's one thing I want you guys to understand. I know they were being assholes. I'm fine with it. Here's the thing. Iania Cannon, what's happening, sister? It's good to see you, sis. Iania Cannon. So here's the thing. They're trying to get us in a place as black people. And if you're not black, you might not understand. But they put I said this before, but I'm going to have to say it again so it can stick. They put these movies out there like hidden numbers, hidden colors, color numbers, or something like that, with them sisters that was working for NASA for what's his name? I guess Kevin Costner was in The Bodyguard with Whitney Houston, and he's in this movie as the big boss. I guess Kevin Costner's the Negro whisperer or some shit. I don't know, but he's in all them black movies talking to black people, trying to help the black man and black woman out. Kevin Costner, shout out to Kevin Costner. Shit. Anyway, so Kevin Costner's out there being the Negro whisperer, doing what he do. And I guess he's like some manager at NASA, and these sisters are over there, and they're like helping the Apollo. Here's the thing. In Hidden Colors, these ladies get the Apollo missions to take place. They do things like this, and what it does is it gives black folks a sense of pride and joy, right? The problem, Hidden Figures, not Hidden Colors, Hidden Figures. The problem with that is that if it's not true, what pride should we extract from that? If it's, I mean, there's a zillion other things black people could be proud of, right? A million trillion other things. That is a lie. That never happened, people. Well, no. I'm not saying that those ladies that made those math calculations, sure, it's great. They made those math calculations. Did the Apollo astronauts go to the moon? Not even going to wait, because we already know they didn't. We already know that's bunk, right? And so what that does is it puts black people in a predicament. It puts us in a predicament position, right? Because if we deny the Apollo landings, then we deny the achievements of those women that went and pioneered their work over at NASA. You understand what I'm saying? If we deny the space program, then we deny Carl McNair. Carl McNair was the only black brother on the one that survived. The one he was one of the brothers that survived, and his brother Eric McNair or Air McNair, whatever his brother's name is, that um that that is his twin brother that's currently living. So Carl McNair is one of the astronauts that supposedly died on the Challenger, right? So all the contributions of all these black astronauts that went before us black people, right, in the fields of science and astronomy and stuff like that, we would be saying that all that is lies and all that is bunk. Sorry to say, but never happened. Never happened. Um, it's unfortunate that we have to say that. It's unfortunate that this is a reality that we have to deal with. And I'm just because I'm saying that, that's not it's not me shitting on black people. I hate that. Like, you can't have not only a differing opinion, but even when you bring up the evidence, like, people are still going to go with a lie. And this is an easy way to go with the lie. Yeah, they had identical twins, excuse me. Is that a Mont Blanc? No. This is a fountain pen. This is not a Fisher. It looks like a Fisher. It looks like a fake Fisher because it's got those little veins at the top. Now it's a fountain pen. Got ink all over my hands, man. Little fountain pen. I've got an ass ton of fountain pens, actually. I've got this one. I've got this one. Got a lot of fountain pens. I write a lot. I do a lot of handwriting. I've got this one. A lot of you guys, you might have gotten something in the mail already. Let's see. Jono, you can be Jono. I know Jono, make sure you check your mail. Jono, yeah, a couple of you guys in here. Donald Piasek, I know you're not in there. A couple of you guys that gave me your addresses. You guys should be expecting something. Yeah. So yeah, I put something in the mail for you guys, and you'll see my handwriting. The only problem is that I didn't use any of my fountain pens. I used a ballpoint. Either way, I love fountain pens. I do a lot of writing, I do a lot of fountain penning, and I do a lot of fountain pen collection. And so no, that is not a Mont Blanc, and that is not a Fisher. I am not rich. I haven't made it there yet. Anyway, so yeah, yeah, whether NASA's racist or not, I'll tell you this. Yeah, they put us in a position to actually believe the lies. And if we don't believe the lies, what it does, or subconsciously, what they want you to feel like, oh, you're not going to believe that those black people worked as hard as they did to do what they did. No, I'm sure those black people, those women did work hard and crunching them numbers to come up with stuff that didn't amount to anything, not even a hill of peanuts, unfortunately. Yes, they did. Did they break color barriers to work for NASA? Sure, they did. All right, but did we go to the moon? No. No, we didn't. So since we didn't go to the moon, we just have to be real with it, and we have to bring it back to reality, and we have to demonstrate that since we didn't go to the moon, yeah, you guys did a bunch of math equations for nothing. Mr. Conkle, what's going on, brother? I don't know if you saw my statement for the Antikythera mechanism, but it's out there. I made a statement for the object that you are engineering, sir. Good to see you. DJ New Moon, good to see you. Ida Hill, girl, what's happening, girl? Ida Hill in the house. Okay. All right, all right. Rachel, what's happening, brother? What's happening? Dog, what's happening, man? My bad. Rachel, what's good? Let's see. Mojo Shop, Jeff. All right, we're caught up. Shifty Shady Eyes. Okay. So 1972 had the feminism psyop in full swing, double taxed the family unit whilst breaking it down and having the state step in and educate your children in super racist fun times. Yeah. And it's going to take us a little while to get out. It is what it is. Hey, Awaken Nemesis, my man. It's good to see you. The Resnicks own the pistachio empire in the U.S. Oh, they're the ones that got all the water in California. So, okay. What a fountain pen was. Yeah, no. Valley Parks, let me tell you something. People don't write no more, man. People don't take pen, put it to paper, and write. Me, I'm always writing. I love to write. I love to write. Um, Not that I don't like to type, but I just like to write. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is something that we should get back into and just get used to writing. You know what I'm saying? Just get used to it. Get back into writing because you never know. And always have a few pens around because you never know. It's always good. You never know. Anyway, so like I said, I'm not here to knock down or say that what they achieved isn't great because it's great. It's a great thing. Okay, sure. But did the final product, did we get it? Nobody went anywhere. Nobody went anywhere. Dr. Bose, what's going on, my brother? It's good to see you, Dr. Bose. It's good to see you. No cool writing hat. I do have the Phil Collins going on over here. You know what I'm saying? They you know what they used to call me in my shop? They used to call me Patchy. They used to call me Patchy because my hair back in the day when I was growing my hair out in the Navy, it grew in patches because I was obviously losing it. But they were calling me Patchy and making fun of me. So I was like, you motherfuckers, you got jokes. All right, you got jokes. You know what I'm saying? But real talk, it is it's cool. It is what it is. Anyway, saying all that to say that no matter who your audience is, you, especially if you provide to them the evidence, because I gave them a map from 1943 and they said that's an old map. It doesn't work. And I'm like, okay. They're like, give me a new map. And I was like, this is an old map from 1963. They're like, yeah, but that works. And I'm like, it's from the 60s. This is the same map. This is a fucking Mercator map, you assholes. You know what I'm saying? And so I was getting that work and I'm like, whatever. Whatever. I was like, whatever. Either way, saying all that to say, um, I got chewed up. I got chewed up. And it was all because math and this and that. And I said, the math is not, you don't need the math. I was like, I'm using your math. And based off of your math, we see too far. The earth isn't curving. And he's like, then what about the sun? And I was like, it's local. And I was like, you have to remember the earth is supposedly moving at 1100 miles an hour at the equator. And they were like, oh, it's all relative based on this. I was like, it is 1100 miles an hour. It's 1100 miles an hour. What do you mean it's relative to and then they were like, well, but a plane, you know, and I'm like, okay. Check out their last live. Last live. Quantum Eraser. I will. Okay, sis. I will check them out, sis. I will check them out. But yeah, a couple of things I wanted to touch on. That was like first and foremost because I just came from that blaze. But you know, shout out to the host. Shout out to that channel. It's an all black channel. And they were talking about some deep stuff, relationships and everything else like that. And I give him respect, man, because he let me being a new guy, come onto the platform to explain the flat earth. And they at least tried to listen. And then a lot of interruption and a lot of I'm stupid and I don't understand math and physics. And I'm like, okay, sure I don't, you know. And I'm a liar. I get that a lot, that I'm a liar, that I'm lying. Okay, so it is what it is. But it's good. It's always good to go if you're accepted. If you're trolling, don't troll. Let the globe troll, right? But if you're going in there with actual intent to educate people, to show them something different, by all means do it. However, pick a point, fire, forget. That is your point. And just show them, hey, you just need to show me curvature. Nobody can do it. Roger Ledwell, what's going on, brother? It's good to see you, Mr. Ledwell. Roger Ledwell. Hello, Roger. Are you saying that I'm lying? So you're calling me a liar? You have no proof. So I'm lying, eh? You can't have both. It's a false dichotomy. So I'm lying now? Just kidding. Shout out to Flatsoid, you know. But nah, man. So like I said, do that, do that, do that, do that. And yeah, you're going to get a lot of backlash. It won't be comfortable like here. You know, hey, oh, you're Vlad or Keith. You know, so it's good to see you, Emilios, man. What's going on, brother? It's good to see you. But Sarah G, I wasn't in theater, but I was in the band. My daughter is in theater. She can't get enough of theater. I like, okay, it's not that I don't like theater. I like theater. I tried out for theater and I was given like 1,000 thumbs up to join, but I only did it because I wanted to try out. That was it. But I played in the band. I played the alto sax and I played the tenor sax and I played the clarinet as well, but mostly the alto sax. But no, not a theater geek. But I do love Broadway plays. I love Broadway. You know, West Side Story, Phantom of the Opera, Rent. Haven't seen Hamilton because them tickets was just mad expensive, and so I was like, chill. Um, uh, Les Mis. Oh, I love Les Mis. Les Mis. Absolutely love Les Mis. I just recently saw the Michael Jackson joint on Broadway. On Broadway. I saw that. I saw the Harry Potter joint on Broadway. I saw that and the Cursed Prince. That was corny. I ain't like it. Michael Jackson was good. It was all right. It was short though. I thought it was short. Um yeah, yeah. So yeah, man, I'm not just, guy with beard, Navy flat earth. That's not me. I've done a million other things too, and I love them. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy music. I love theater. Love theater. Uh Back when I was a kid, I lived in y'all know I lived in Brooklyn. And so one of the things my parents I would do every weekend is I would go to piano school at BAM, Brooklyn Academy of Music, right? This is by downtown Brooklyn right off of Atlantic Avenue. If you've ever heard of BAM, you've heard of Brooklyn Academy of Music. And so I'd go there every weekend. I'd go do my piano lessons. And then I would go, every once in a while, my parents would be like, ooh, let's go. Sometimes I would have a piano recital to do. After the recital, we'd hang out. And then, yeah, they do. They do hand out playbills. Yes, they do. Yeah, live music, they do. They hand out playbills. Playbills is still a thing. They still do. hmm Um, And so we would watch like Alvin Ailey's dancing troupe. That's always what we caught. Alvin Ailey's dancing troupe was always there in the 80s as a kid when I was there. So if you know anything about like dancing and like theater dance, Alvin Ailey's like a real big name. He died, I think, of AIDS in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Alvin Ailey, right? And he was a big proponent of like cultural dance and everything like that, all that shit right there, shaking your hips and doing all the, dudes wearing leotards and shit like that, spinning and shit, doing a goddamn pirouette, all that crazy shit, man. No, I have not seen the Book of Mormon. I have not. Heard that was pretty good though. Heard that was pretty good. But them other things I seen, I like I said, I love Broadway, I love theater shows, everything else like that. Oh, Dr. Bose. Oh, yes, yes, yes. So, my name originally was because I was always working out. I was always lifting, I was always pumping iron. So it's like iron and I was always at work, iron work. And I thought it was cool because I saw there's a place called Frostproof Ironworks in Florida, right? And so I was like, "Oh, wow, somebody took my name," but I realized that no, the name that I made up, the handle that I made up for myself is an actual thing, right? So I was like, holy shit, that's cool. But the 92, the nine is like my lucky number. And the 2000 was around that time frame in which I had the 2000s is which I had you know, that handle, the email. It's actually like my email address. So Ironwork 92,000 is like just originally my email address. Wasn't even a name I gave to myself, just an email address. But that email address is now developed into what this is, you know. So Shifty Shady Eyes of Vlad, I would like to be surprised if they do any actual paper bills. Yes, they do. So live music, they still, yes, they still do paper playbills. Yes. I have a couple somewhere here from the Michael Jackson joint, and I'll show it to you when I come across it. But yeah, they still have them. They still got them. It's like close by, but what it's known to, let me guess. Because he gave it a name. Shady Eyes. I saw the Phantom in Toronto in '95. Yeah. Yeah. The Phantom of the Opera. Iania Cannon. Where you from? Where you from? You from New York and you just not telling a brother? What's going on? You know that there's no scientific evidence to support the globe. There isn't any, Dr. Phil. Sorry. I was trying to explain it to those guys, but I'm white now because I tried to. And I'm weird. And I'm weird. Flat earthers are weird white people, and black people that are flat earthers are weird black people that are white people. Ugh. I'm for real. Houses don't suffer damage. Well, this week that changed. No, not the elite houses, Swallow. I'm talking about the government officials. I didn't say elite houses. There were a lot of elite houses. I said the government officials. Those government officials specifically, not the elite houses, Swallow. Yeah, of course, elite houses. Yeah, they could live anywhere. Hell, they could buy a whole set of projects and live in those. I ain't worried about the elite. I'm talking about the government officials, the guys that know. You know what I'm saying? Number 9, yeah. Number 9, number 9, number 9. Name the album. Number 9. I don't know live music, but I know 99 was written by Toto. 99. Da, 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 da. Oh, 99. Da, 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 da. Oh, 99. 99. We all took piano lessons in my family. Yo, all right, Iania Cannon, where you from? You from Brooklyn? You from Ohio. Okay, okay. All right. So yeah. So these guys, when they do Broadway shows, it's not just on Broadway. They'll travel, they'll go everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? And they'll do that. Yeah. Yeah, 92. 92 is 11. And 1 and 1 is 2. But 11, yeah. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. I'll be honest with you, Reggie. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was more interested in the 9 because 9 is it's my life path number according to Hebrew numerology, and it's always been my lucky number, number 9. Your mother's a concert pianist and play the organ at church for mass. Holy smokes. Okay. Valley Parks is a Catholic. Okay. Shout out to my Catholics in the house. No love lost. I'm a Catholic also, but not a practicing one. No musical talent. Yeah, I play a little bit, man. I'm not like Larry and them. Larry and Dave, Sav is a big time guitar player. Larry's he's a singer apparently, and I guess he plays guitar as well. But he's active in it. I don't know if Saab does shows, but I know he plays guitar from time to time. He'll play for us, right? Membership in the theater, get a package deal. Yeah. 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 Broadway used to be like that. I highly recommend Uranon. The Lost History of Flat Earth. Yes. Professor Phil, I highly recommend you check out Uranon. I highly recommend you check him out. So Phantom of the Opera twice in Portland, Oregon. Yeah, Phantom is pretty dope. It's pretty dope. Certainly hundreds of millions of miles. No, Professor Phil, none of that hundreds of millions of miles. They give you all that distance so that you could be like, man, I'm just gonna leave it to the professionals. I ain't even gonna look. Ain't nothing going nowhere. They're lying to you. Yeah, no, incredulity is not evidence. That's true. That's true. Radar. Yeah, we're all weird. Yeah, we're a bunch of weirdos in here. Okay. To the weird white people club. Exactly. I'm one of the weird whites now. Oh man. I gotta put some Crayola on my passport now. Damn. Nah, I got you, Roger. I got you, brother. Do your thing, brother. It's Linnea. Us lowercase is confusing. My bad. Linnea. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Or Linnea or Linnea. Christy. All right. Christy Lee Dowles is in the house. I know she is. There she is, right there. How do we know that radar is functioning all over that distance? How can we even test to make sure? Um, well, when a radar transmits, right, we can tell that it's transmitting and we receive it. I could tell you because that's part of what I used to do back in the day, right? Certain radars would transmit, we would receive it, and we would look on a screen, and based off of where we receive it, where the noise is coming from, we had something called a DF, or a direction finding antenna, right? That DF antenna we could slew it, or we could turn it, and we could direct that DF antenna directly at that intent at where that noise is being propagated from. So that radar transmission, we would get it, and then we can DF it, or we could direction find it. And basically, depending on the type of platform you're on, whether you're in shoes and you're walking, or you're in an airplane and you're flying, you can drop something called an isochrone. That isochrone then will basically drop a line of bearing. Basically, it's just a tangent. You're dropping a tangent on where you heard that noise. After a certain amount of time and distance covered perpendicular to that noise, you will drop another line of bearing, right? And so what you've done effectively is you've dropped one lob over here, you've dropped another lob over there, because now the radar that's transmitting is stationary. Hopefully I'm not using big words, but it's like say I'm in the middle of a park, right? Say it's me, Vladimir, in the middle of a park, and I'm like, hey guys, hey guys, hey guys. Like, if you're standing if you're standing and you're watching me, right, and you're listening to me transmit, you can hear a concentrated point of where that noise is coming from. You can look at me and be like, all right, at this time, at this position, I see Vlad there. I don't have to turn. I can remain stationary and keep transmitting, keep yelling, hey guys, hey guys, hey guys. Based off of where you are, if you decide you want to if you wanted to walk a circle around me, you can tell based off of how I'm projecting my voice and not moving or turning that I've remained stationary, right? And so you could drop another line of bearing and be like, boom, he's right there. And I'm saying all that to say this. If you drop enough line of bearings while you're moving on a stationary target, that radar that's transmitting and spewing that radar noise, you can isolate and you could tell exactly where that radar is within a 1 mile ellipse. That's extremely small, probably even smaller. You can say within a mile ellipse that this object is within this 1 mile bubble. And that's how we would so see, I told you I'm not a liar. I know how I did these fucking things because I used to do them back in the day. But that's how you isolate the noise of one particular radar, because you could have like a dozen radars, right? But the radars can run off of different frequencies, right? And then you can have those frequencies in like thousands of megahertz, but then they're decimalized as well. And then we would take it down to like 4 decimal places, and then based off of what those 4 decimal places are, you can what they used to call something, you could do something, a couple of things. You can either do an SEI algorithm, right? Or a signal emitter identification, right? All this is on class. You could look that up. Or you could do a Hall tech, right? Or a Hall to emitter correlation, where you could take it down to like 4 decimal. And these are big fucking words. I hate using big words and y'all don't get what the hell I'm saying. I hate that shit, right? Let's put it like this. Every single radar has its own signature. Every radar is like a wrestler, right? Wrestlers have like a signature move. What's his name? Razor Ramon had the razor's edge or something like that. Grab you, flip you upside down, do that shit, right? What's his name had the DDT, grab your head, slam you into the ground, right? Jake the Snake Roberts. The Undertaker had the tombstone, right? Had the tombstone joint. Bow. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Superfly Snooker had jump off the top ropes, put his hands up like this and jump off and bow, elbow, right? You know what I'm saying? So everything, white words, me and my big ass white words. No, but the thing is, I want you to understand how you can isolate a radar and why that's important. Because isolating a radar is the same as isolating a radar is the same as like isolating where a person is. Like you can hear me speak and you can have your eyes closed and you can still tell where I am. The only difference is when you're isolating the transmission of a radar, you're basically dropping these lines of bearing that are visible on a computer screen, right? Saying this, the noise is coming here, the noise is coming here. And over time, you've dropped so many what they call lines of bearing or isochrones on this object to where it makes a small ellipse. It makes a tight circle. And in that generalized tight circle, you will find that exact radar. If you're not sure and you're just dropping, you know, isochrone. But the thing is that when you drop an isochrone, they have to cut and they have to meet. They have to cross one another. And then you go and you drop another one and it crosses based off of that radar transmission that you're hearing. So the more that you drop on that particular noise that you're hearing, that radar transmission that you're getting, the smaller your ellipse gets. And as long as those lines intersect in and around their in and around that intersection, as long as those lines meet, your ellipse, you basically provide finer detail as to where you're going to find this radar transmission, that singular radar transmission. Because like I said, you can have like a million different whatchamacallits. You can have a million different radars in an area. Well, not a million, but a lot. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not sure of what you're looking for, it'll mess you up. It'll confuse you. But as long as you have something called an RF or a radio frequency, you can tell what a radar is running for the most part. Some radars run the same neighborhood, in and around the same neighborhood, but they want to. Okay, let me shut the fuck up. Voy, you got it. All right, Voy. Let me shut the fuck up, man. Okay, USS Bass in okay. All right, my bad. Voy, my bad. Okay, yes, Voy, I shut the fuck up. I shut the fuck up. My bad, man. I was going way too deep. And y'all didn't even need all that. But anyway, yeah. So that's how you isolate a radar. The Aikenit, I think you asked that. It was either you or somebody, or Shifty Shady Eyes asked that. Yeah. How do you get one radar? So that's how you get one. Yeah. Yeah. But yes, radars are line of sight. They don't we're being told that radars, can transmit and then they bounce off the freaking ionosphere and then they come back down. Um radars radars can transmit at very far distancing. They would call that over the horizon transmission, right? Because you have like over the horizon radars that transmit far, far, far away. Um Radios do that too. Radios do that too. It's not anything special or anything new we came up with. Uh, what's his name? Guglielmi Marconi. He did that, right? He transmitted from, what was it? Was it from England to New York or England to Greenland or some shit like that? Where he made the transatlantic joint. They didn't have no. They didn't have nothing special. He sent a freaking transmission miles and miles over the water. Guglielmo Marconi. He did that. And this was back in what, the early 1900s? Yeah, you bet, Shifty Shady. You bet, bro. Yeah, it was in the early way back in the day, you know? Dojo. Dojo. What's good, brother? It's good to see you. Dojo in the house, y'all. Man, Dojo, I hadn't seen your ass in a long time, dude. I thought you fell off, bro. Real talk. Dojo's in the house. Look at this. Chicago Cubby Bears in the house too. Look at these motherfuckers, man. Y'all just coming in here and shit. Man, it's good to see you motherfuckers, man. It's real good to see y'all motherfuckers. Real good. I'm so happy. You know what I'm saying? My dad's turning 92 soon. He attends high school with Carl. He attended high school with Carl Sagan. Wow. In your Facebook group sometime. Okay, Dr. Bose. Yeah, I want to check that out, man. Carl Sagan. I know he died of cancer in like the 90s. I remember when he died. Yeah, a couple of guys died in around that time. So in the early 90s, Carl Sagan died. What's his name died? Isaac Asimov died in like I think 1989 or 1990 or something like that. I remember when these guys died. That was wild. A Uniden radio to be nosy. Yeah. So they make the not the shortwave joints. They make the the HF radios. Yeah, the Unidens. Come knocking on your door. I feel you, bro. I feel you. Truth Trollette, bro. Hey sis, I appreciate you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Yeah, I guess I'm at 900 now. I didn't know where that happened. The other day I had like 600 something from what I remember. I don't know where all them things came from. I really don't. I really don't. And God bless you guys, man, with your old ass parents, man. Swallow GE. God bless you, bro. God bless you. And Dr. Bose, God bless you too, man, for your dad being around for all these years. Let me tell you something. If these guys are sane of mind, I highly recommend talk to them. Sit them down, talk to them, tell them, ask them about how their youth was. You'll be surprised with how they grew up if they hadn't told you already. I talk to my parents a lot. My dad is 87 years old, not as old as you guys, but I'll tell you what, one, it's a blessing to have your parents live for that long. Two, it's good to have your parents that live for that long to see the world the way it was and then to talk to them about it and to see the different perspectives. Yes. So it's a blessing that you still have them around. And if they're of sane mind, it's important, it's imperative that you talk to them if you hadn't already. This is bias. Oh, yeah. So God bless you guys, man. Parents living that long, man. That's what's up. I like that. Linnea, being an expert in electromagnets. Not knowing. We live on exactly an electric exactly, and that's what it is. Yo, I considered myself an expert in the field, and like I thought I got it, and I didn't. I didn't. Linnea, I didn't. That's a handy. But when I did learn that this place was not moving and not curving anything, it made my understanding of electromagnetics and the RF, it made it make a lot more sense because I was basing everything off of a globe. I was basing everything off of globe movement. When it came to troposcatter, I was saying that signals bounce off of air and then they come back down to the earth. Like I was believing these things. I was actually believing these things. Yes. So when I learned of the flat earth, it it was like a monkey fell off my back because all the lies or things that I thought were lies, I had to shift my way of thinking so I can make my job it made my job make sense. It did. You're right. Opium used to be readily available at the drugstore and took us a long time. Oh wow, that I did not know. These ain't blocked. God. You guys are wild. Swallow. I can reach 93 with my mental faculties intact. Yeah. Yeah, you'll be 93, Professor Phil, as long as you keep doing what you're doing. I think you'll be fine. You'll be fine. As long as you have a goal, I think God, as long as you have goals, God kind of laughs at us and our folly, but he's like, "Man, I'll give you another day, dog. Go ahead. I'll give you another day." Swallow GE. Okay. All right. I hope he had some good stuff. He's probably like, "Hey, Swallow, mate, you know this place ain't moving, huh, mate? You're a fool for thinking such things, mate." Probably is what your dad's saying to you, Swallow. I'm sorry. I have to side with your dad, brother. Sorry. Looked into women that painted these radioactive watches. Oh, the Big Dipper. The Big Dipper. Boat sail upside down. Phil is on an upside down boat in Australia. Good night, Jeff. Peace out, brother. It's good to see you. Yeah, it is. I'm very lucky to have both my parents. Yes, we have that. Left Kung Fu. Left Kung Fu. What's good, brother? Left Kung Fu's in the house too. That's right. NDB. Yes, NDB. Is he should be in Cali right now. From time to time, I think NDB's in Canada too. White Album. Yeah. Nano CBD. Oh no, it's Nano CBD that I keep thinking is in Canada, but I guess he's in Cali right now. Sad story. Yeah, man. I thinks he knows. Yeah. Make good on as long as you can. Don't regret wasting your time. You got, yeah, Big Pine Sailing. That's right. Nevada now. NDB's at Nevada. Okay. Sarah G. Sarah G says reach. All right. Charles Arnold. So I look at the current model. Oh God, y'all, man, y'all are moving out this motherfucker. I'm from, oh, my bad, NDB. My NDB, my bad, dog. Dang, man. Don't beat me, man. Shit. NDB's from Kentucky, y'all. I apologize for that, NDB. Yeah, he's smoking a doobie with you and Sean. Okay, shit. That's right. That's right. Side effect dojo. Disc Lord, haha. The engineers don't do as I teach them. People will get hurt and die. Well, shit. Let's hope they do. Let's hope they do. Bro Sanchez did shout you out. Oh shit! And I shared your link and so on and perhaps that's giving a little. Okay, okay, man, bro Sanchez. Oh snap, man. I know I sound like I'm fucking damn being starstruck or anything like that, but you know what, man? I like good channels. I like good wholesome channels. You know what I'm saying? So like if Bro Sanchez or even if Flat Earth Eddie Banjo and them if they gave me a shout out, I'd be like, "Oh shit, for real?" You know, PJ and them, they give me shout outs, and I appreciate it, man. Any shout out that I get, I'm not even thinking of how many. I don't even know how many subs I have. It's people that tell me about it. I'm happy that people are thinking of me in a positive light. Like that makes me feel good. That makes me feel as if I'm reaching somebody and I'm getting along well with people in the community and I have a good standing, you know. But if people talk bad about me, then then it's like, oh, fuck them. They don't know me. But I don't want people to talk bad about me. I want to bring positive things to the community and I want to bring nothing but wholesomeness, goodness, a little bit of comedy, but something real and something true for you guys to work with. You understand what I'm saying? So if I got a shout out for Bro Sanchez, man, I appreciate that, brother, man. Shout out to Bro Sanchez, man. He's a good brother right there, man. And he's got amazing channel. Bro's your parents back at the age of 69. Your father worked for NASA for 45 years. Crash is 82, brother. I'm sorry for that, man. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for that, man. But they live their life, man. They live their life. I'm sorry for that. Crash is 82. And so my blessings is with you, and my prayers will go to your parents and their souls. Okay. Charles Arnold, you're a troll or stuck in 2015. Charles Arnold stuck in 2015. Oh, singing some Drake, huh? He knows how to smoke. I gave him a J. Oh Lord, Justin Johnson was simply the wrong saloon. Press the fill. There's a tiny spider the size of your fingernail that can fire a web strand 75 feet across a lake while twisting them in flight into a single thread. Wow! It hits its target and anchors and the anchor a web. Oh my God, that's crazy. Shoot. The first time I ever did karaoke. All right, karaoke. You do it while Rachel, while you in here doing karaoke. Some people like NDB and ABC, Angela Baby Castles, talking about CBD while you talking about karaoke. Okay, they talking about CBD. So y'all over there talking about smoking. I don't know what happened to D Marble, but D Marble probably got tired of talking about the same thing over and over again, and he just abandoned it. But I like D Marble too. So that's the thing, y'all. Is I'm gonna be honest with you. When you talk about flat Earth as a black person, a lot of people are gonna give you shit. And they're gonna tell you, as black people, we have other problems to think about. You're right, we do. Flat Earth is definitely one of them. And if you can and this is, I try to explain to a lot of black folks that don't believe it. If you can see that this earth is not what they said that it is, it will open up your worldview bigger than what it originally is now. That's what a lot of people don't want. A lot of people don't want to take that next leap. A lot of people just want to go along with, and you know what it is? A lot of people like to hear themselves sound smart. I realized that because I for a time like hearing myself sound smart until I had to realize I'm not really that smart. And I just needed to shut the fuck up, and I needed to observe, and I needed to take in my observations and see if I could explain them. Right? Truly. Right? And when I had the guy, and this is where I got humbled, is the guy that brought to my attention that this earth is flat. He was my protege. I was his mentor, and people called him stupid. Everybody called him stupid. And so I was about to call him stupid until I took him up on his offer, and I realized I was just full of myself. I just realized I was full of myself. And I'll tell you, it was refreshing that what he told me was the truth, because it then showed me that, hey man, I ain't got that shit figured out. I ain't got it figured out like I think I do. Doesn't matter how smart people think I am. Doesn't matter how much people look up to me. I really don't have it figured the fuck out. And I needed somebody that I thought I was mentoring. He showed me the ropes. You understand? Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Christian for showing me the ropes. You understand? And kind of bringing me into this community. Because if it wasn't for him, I'd still be saying that the earth is doing all these nonsenses that it's not. You know? And I appreciate him for that.
Hey, Vlad.
What's up? What's up?
You owe me an apology.
What I gotta apologize to you for?
Yeah, the passport thing the other night. You owe me an apology for that.
Brenda, why do I owe you an apology, Brenda?
Well, why would you think? Why would I come back here and say that you owe me an apology for the passport thing? Could it be that today Dave McKeegan showed his passport?
Okay, good. Good.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
It doesn't do a damn thing either. You know why?
What is it? Why? What happened?
Because your claim was that unless somebody showed you the passport, that doesn't prove that they went to Antarctica. But
Dave, you said Dave McKeegan just did.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
It doesn't show he went to Antarctica.
Wait, it doesn't?
Of course not. Why would it? Union Glacier is part of the territories of Chile.
Brenda, I got a show to do.
They don't stamp you in or out for going to Antarctica.
Brenda, let me ask you something.
So your whole thing was bogus.
Okay, Brenda, let me ask you something.
You owe me I'm listening for my apology.
Brenda, why do I have to, Brenda? I just want to ask you something seriously.
Because you were an asshole. That's why.
Okay, Brenda, I didn't say that.
You were a jerk. You
Brenda,
can admit when you're a jerk.
I can
kind
totally,
of a dick to people, can't you?
Of course I can, Brenda.
Yeah,
but
you waving that in my face and shouting me down. You talked over me,
Brenda.
Yes, that doesn't prove a damn thing.
Brenda, I want passports, Brenda. So
and they don't prove a damn thing. They don't prove a thing.
They don't. Okay, then if they
so
don't,
you were a dick.
Why didn't they? I was a dick. Nothing.
Yes, to me, you were. Yes,
Brenda, because you were shouting at us, so I gave you your own medicine.
No,
I gave you your
trying to get a word in edgewise because
come on, Brenda, you owe us an apology.
Brenda,
I gave me an apology.
Oh, said Brenda,
no,
I gave you your own medicine.
Like you're doing right now.
I gave you your own medicine. Everybody say, Brenda, I gave you your own medicine. Everybody say, Brenda. Gave you your own medicine.
Take the medication, Brenda. Take the medication.
You think this makes you look good?
Peace out. Peace out.
Dr. Vlad is prescribing you some medication. You better take it. Yeah.
Brenda coming on here calling me an asshole, man. She crazy as hell, dog. Brenda's like, because you're a dick. And I was like, all right, Brenda. So what Brenda got on here to say was that they showed their passports, but then there was nothing. And I was like, but there was nothing. So then why do I have to, you know what? Anyway, Dojo, what's going on, man? I'm not even going to waste my breath on that craziness, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm going good. Thanks, champ. How are you guys going?
Brenda, man, I'm good, man. I'm good. The guys in the foundry are good. These guys are out here kicking ass. I was telling them how I got on a show today, and I was explaining how the earth was flat. Basically their topic of discussion was because Lord Jamar had done he did an interview. I guess it was an interview. It was a debate with Flat Earth Dave. And Flat Earth Dave, it looks like he got the upper hand on him, right? And Lord Jamar is a rapper, right? And Lord Jamar, apparently Flat Earth Dave, Professor Dave got the upper hand on him. And, Professor Dave was calling them idiot, stupid, retard, this and that. And I'm like, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. And the reason I got on that show, Disclord, what's happening, brother? It's good to see you.
Peace.
But the reason I got on that show and the reason Lord Jamar, I feel, wasn't successful because all you have to do is get on one point and be like, okay, where's that curvature on that body of water right there? Where's the curvature? Guys, 3, 2, 1. Brenda, what it is, what it is, what it is. Said, Brenda, what it is, what it is.
What
Brenda,
up, B?
Yeah.
What's up? What's up, Brenda?
Yeah,
Don't come on here calling me no asshole, man. You know you're gonna get that
Why
work
not?
every time.
Why can't
because
you
come in,
why-
Brenda? Because I did take responsibility for what I said.
No, you still haven't.
Brenda, you said he showed his passport, correct?
Right.
And then you said what? You said it didn't show it. What did you say? Please repeat that so I'm not wrong.
Have you already forgotten? Right.
Just
so because Union Glacier is part of the territories of Chile, they don't stamp them in or out going from Punta Arenas to Union Glacier. So it wouldn't have made the difference anyway. But you made the big deal out of it.
Brenda, no. Brenda, but I also said, what else did I say, Brenda? What else did I say, Brenda? I said what? Airplane tickets, Brenda. Receipts, Brenda. Airplane tickets, Brenda.
You mean the
Brenda.
airplane tickets?
Airplane tickets, Brenda. Receipts, Brenda. Airplane tickets, Brenda. Receipts, Brenda. Airplane tickets, Brenda. Receipts, Brenda. You are banished for tonight.
So,
peace out, Brenda. Next time. I will see you next time. All right. So anyway.
I think he's just looking for moral victory. So
yeah.
You're not going to get any moral victory, Brendan. Sorry, Brendan.
Brenda over there coming on here cussing me out. Man, you crazy, Brenda. Brenda, yo, chill, man. Next time. All right, next time. But yeah, no, I hear you, Brenda. It's good that he showed his thing. All they had to do was say that. It's that simple. If they said, yo, they didn't stamp our passports, I'd be like, okay, what's next? Airplane tickets. Here's the thing, man. I really don't want to talk about this final thing right here, but if I were to ask you, Dojo, if I were to ask you, Disclord, you guys didn't go to Japan or you didn't go to China, wherever you said that you claimed you went, the first thing, your first order of business is going to show me all the shit that you accumulated on your way to that damn place that will show that you were there. You'd be like, look, here's the tickets. Here's the passport stamps. Here's some chopsticks I got while I was fucking there because I like porcelain chopsticks. Everything that you could show to demonstrate that you were there, you will show before you start providing, other evidences. You're going to provide the easy stuff. So really, that's all I asked for. If they provided it, great. If they didn't, well, why not? That's all. You ain't got to be coming on here talking shit, flapping your damn proverbial gums. talking mess. Good grief.
I'd
Crazy.
also bring back some souvenirs as well, just to demonstrate that I've been to Japan.
Thank
You
you.
know, like sushi, cooking utensils,
Yeah.
Japanese
freaking-
paraphernalia.
Yeah. One of the things that I showed these guys was I got a bottle of habusaki. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but habusaki is the bottle of sake with the snake on the inside of it. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Habusaki, some real good stuff.
Mm,
Well, I'm not sure about that one, but I'm pretty sure Japan has a lot of like good souvenirs.
Oh yeah.
But what souvenirs did they bring back from Antarctica that would
Yeah, I think they
prove?
got some shirts. They got some
Yeah.
shirts right, but you could get these same shirts at fucking whatchamacallit. You know what I'm saying? You can get them same shirts at damn Walmart or something. But let me show you guys this right here. So if I was in Japan, right? One of the things I like to do is I like to give my friends every time I go to Okinawa, I like to give them a bottle of this stuff. And every time I go, it's like clockwork. I always bring back some of this. You see it?
yeah.
That's it. Habusaki.
Yeah, that stuff with animals in it, I just no. I just don't do that.
Kind of like reserved for New Year celebration, birthdays, 21st, something
Yep.
like that.
Snake in there chilling, look blind than a motherfucker. But look at him. He's excited. He's like, man, I'm drunk for the rest of my life. That snake is excited as hell.
Yeah, it makes you a man when you drink
Yep.
it.
Exactly. Oh God, that's all right. I'll be a little pansy, but I get it from my friends. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy is I never bought a bottle for myself. I'm always buying bottles for other people. That's the thing. Every time I travel, unless like I really, really need something, I buy for everybody else. I don't buy shit for me at all. I'm like, I make sure everybody good. And I'm like, just as long as I got me something to eat, something to drink, and I had a good ass time and I got to see everything I got to see, all the other shit is for everybody else. I don't need nothing else. I got everything I need.
That's what life is all about, blood,
Yep.
eating, drinking, dancing, singing, and like the way that the world is constructed, it takes away from that, where we're constantly having a battle, like the lies. And because we're battling the lies, it means like a 48-hour week, working week. It means like
48 hours.
sacrificing. Well, like most people would work, like nowadays it's like 10 hours minimum a day just to survive.
Yeah.
Like Americans have it pretty bad. Like, like most Americans I know works, if not 2 jobs, some even work 3 jobs, so just to make ends meet.
That's true.
And, a lot of it is just to distract us away from like this harmony that we should be existing in, where we're dancing, singing, laughing, crying,
Yeah.
all that good stuff,
Yeah, experiencing life with other people, man, that want to experience life. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think this is part of the globe lie. I've said it before that they want you to make everything being physical. To me, the reason I give people these trinkets and these souvenirs every time I travel is because I want them to experience much of what I experience. But there's no experiencing Japan unless you go to Japan. There's no experiencing these other cultures unless you go. The best I could do is bring back some candy, is bring back an object of what represents that place. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I wish you could have been there to experience Japan. Here's a fan. I don't know, big old giant Japanese fan. You could put it on your wall, all kinds of stuff. Here's a kabuki statuette. That's the best I could do. And people like accumulating shit. Me, I don't. I really, really don't. I've been in the process of getting a lot of the things that I've been owning and burning it. I've been burning a lot of shit. So things that I keep typically are books, in musical instruments that I play, And I found a lot of solace in the books that I collect. And of course, writing instruments. I have a lot of shit for writing because I love to write. But at the end of the day, like when you go, there's not going to be a coffin with me in it and then a coffin with my stuff. And then God's going to be like, hey, man, did you bring your trousers with you? You bring your robe? Okay, because you're going to need that. It's kind of cold in there. So, or it's kind of hot in there. So you won't need all that shit the way you going, homie. So, I think even with the globe, they make you think everything is tangible. You got to have it. You have to touch it. You have to be able to touch it. That's not at all what this. It's starting to appear now that much of this world isn't what you can touch, but what you can see and some of what you could sense to some degree. But it's not all palpable.
Well, that is the battleground. The battleground is the fight essentially between the materialistic worldview and what I would term as the holographic worldview. Because like I've settled upon this particular word now, I no longer call it a simulation, because when I say the word simulation, it invokes something that is synthetic.
Yes.
And not real. But this is absolutely real.
Sure
and because it's absolutely real, it's not materialistic though. It's holographic in nature, which means that it's encoded with what I would term as like a trapped imperfection. Like none of us are leaving this matrix here. If you really want to like leave the matrix, you have to test the perfection, which means that you have to jump off a building and then see what happens to you if you dare. And then if you dare, you might be able to fly. And that's really what we want here. Because if it's holographic, I can guarantee you that we can reconstruct this reality, we can hack into the code, and we can give ourselves those powers to fly, to sing, to shoot lightning from the hand. But to the gods themselves, like those constructs are kind of like playthings. This world where like the rules are real, there's a riddle here. And the riddle, solving the riddle is how we have fun. Like the moment when you first kiss your wife, the moment when you first see your child, those things are the most real things. Not flying. We can do that when we go back. We can fool ourselves to think that we can fly without wings. But like these other things, our children, our family and all that, that's what really matters. And that's part of the reason why they try to create a Big Bang universe. When they create a Big Bang universe, what happens is that it becomes material. Everything is separated. Okay, but in a holographic universe or in a holographic construct, nothing is separated except for our personalities, our spirits, our distinctions within ourselves. And that to me is always what they're hiding. And that's constantly what I'm looking at when I'm going forward.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I liked what Larry had to say the other day. He said that I left TFE in my rear view mirror. I'm not paying attention to that. I'm paying attention to the stars. I'm paying attention to like, where are the aliens? Where's the curve? Where are the pictures of Earth from space? Like I looked the other day, I tried to go looking for like photos of the sun from space.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get one. They didn't get one until 2022. And it was composite.
Yeah.
Like,
And this is the simple stuff that we're talking about. It's the small things that anybody could do them. Well, I take that back. Anybody with all that equipment and all that money that you claim, that you're describing the world a certain way. Give that world to us. Don't just say, well, that's what it is. And then we're asking you for this information because this is what we've paid for. And you come up empty-handed. You come up like this. And then when we provide to you something that's real, this earth not moving and this earth being flat, you call us idiots. You call us fools.
And that's why you owe us an apology, Brendan. Sorry, that's why you owe us an apology. Like the arrogance and the conceit that you have coming onto Vlad's channel, your host, you're the guest, and you're demanding an apology.
And then she said I was a dick. She called me a Richard, and then she said that I was an asshole too. And then I was like, Brenda, all right, now I'm gonna make fun of you. Now I'm gonna be a total retard with you, and I'm gonna act stupid, and I'm gonna be extra immature. And so when Brenda comes on, I'm gonna put my immature hat. You guys gotta forgive me, and I gotta give Brenda the same work that she gives us. Unfortunately, Brenda's 66 years old. Did you know that? She's older than everybody in this Joker, except for Professor Phil.
Well, yeah, well, she's lucky, or he's lucky, that you're a very good host. So, other hosts may actually take her to task, take her out the back door, do a few nasty things to her. But yeah, I think it's not worth it. So, but yeah, I guess part of the reason why I came on here was just because, yeah, Brenda wasn't going to be a very good guest, and then so
bad Brenda, bad person, Brenda. Next time I'm gonna bring the digital belt, and I'm gonna beat your digital icon. I'm gonna beat you. She had the nerve to call me Richard. How dare her? You're being a dick, Vlad, and you owe me an apology. I was like, bitch.
I'm gonna double talk and say like this. It's rude. It's rude.
Yeah, I'm rude. I'm like, oh, Lord have mercy, Brenda. But you know what, man? And there's so much craziness going on out here, man. I take what Brenda says with a grain of salt, and I just treat it as lighthearted pish posh, or the English say some shit like that, jib job, with the
Brenda
accent.
loves it. Brenda's having so much fun doing that stuff.
She does, man. She does acting up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brenda called me a Richard, man. Had the nerve to do me like that. It's all good though. It's all good. So yeah, man. We have quite a bit. I tell you what. Now that we're putting the final experiment in our rear view, kind of like Larry said. We're looking forward. We're looking coming down the pike for other experiments, future experiments. And now we're talking about going to the North Pole. I mean, why the hell not? Why the hell not?
That's where I always wanted us to go.
Yeah.
Remember back in the day with what's his name? Mark. What was his name?
Sargent?
No, not Mark Sargent, but the Quasi-Luminous. Quasi-Luminous that's many years ago. When was it? 2000.
Oh, no. I was gonna say,
I don't remember. 2015
but I know,
or 14.
I know you and
Quasi
Awakened
was talking about
Nemesis.
it. Yeah.
I know you and Awakened Nemesis have been saying that we should go ahead and go north. Voy, what's going on, Voy?
What is going on? Good day.
Hey, good day to you, man. Good day to you, my good sir.
Greeting, boy.
I heard you say the North Pole, and like you said before, let's leave it in the rear view mirror, right? I'm there with you, Vlad. I'm pretty much done with all the back and forth talking about it. It's getting nowhere. It's getting childish. It's been childish for weeks, and we've heard everything there is to say. I don't really even care whether it's right or wrong now. We just got to leave it there for a couple of weeks, I guess, or months even.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just people just get too carried away with it. It's become a whole new thing now.
Yeah, it's got its own legs, and it's become something just well out of our control. And it is. Oh, Flat Earth Recon, what's going on? Sam Abusaya, everybody, what's going on, Sam? Richard, a penis. So I said because she called me a dick. Flat Earth Recon, She called me a dick, and another word for dick or another name for dick is Richard in English. People call other people dick, like,
Yeah.
Dick Clark, Dick Gregory, or Dick Van Dyke. The long word for dick is Richard. But
Yep.
I just play on words. That's me.
Hey, so but actually, addressing the North Pole, that's a good remedy for it. That will always.
Yes.
But I would like to
Yes.
say this: the North Pole doesn't exist anymore, guys.
I'm sorry. What do you mean?
Well, first of all, it used to be called the North Pole, and there used to be a North Pole.
Right.
Well, look on your map. It's not on your map.
Well, the map doesn't have it, but
Yeah.
globe-
Right.
Any globe doesn't have it, but it used to be
Mhm.
on the globe. It used to be on the globe. It used to be
Yeah.
on the map. It's not. And if there's a region there, it's called the Arctic. And
Okay.
it's like, if you look up North Pole now on Google, if you Google North Pole images, you will find a lot of images that will lead you to empty pages.
Yes.
Or
Right. It looks like a
happens.
big empty plane. Right.
Like no. You get empty links. You get like this link doesn't exist. The picture is still there, but the link to the page doesn't exist anymore because the page was about the North Pole. This happened to me. Like, it's a Mandela effect, dude. The North Pole disappeared.
What?
Yeah. I'm not kidding you. I remember as a young child back in the 80s and the 90s that they were frightening everybody with the melting of the ice, right?
Yeah. Global warming and stuff.
Right.
Sure.
And so they were also making plans like, who's the first one that's going to drill for oil on the North Pole, right?
Right.
It's going to be Russia. It's going to be Shell. Those were discussions, and I remember those topics, and I looked it up, and those topics are still there. There might be the question or a picture about it, but the page doesn't exist anymore. There never was a discussion about drilling on the North Pole doesn't exist anymore, guys.
They're eating up the internet.
They got that massive AI fucking with the internet,
Yeah.
That too. I mean, it's one. They're not mutually exclusive. I think it's both.
Yeah. They're getting rid of a lot of information on the web. And if you notice, anytime you look for anything on the web, you ask a question, they don't provide you links immediately. They have the AI give you an answer.
Yeah, but that's how it is now. But I'm talking about, I did this research like 6 or 8 years ago.
Oh,
so it's a different game now, right? But you'll get similar results. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't exist anymore, guys. The North Pole. It's just now the Arctic Ice Sea. That's what it's called.
Oh wow! So now they're even changing the name.
Yeah.
Wow. So our Awakened Nemesis asking a good question. So what's our compasses pointing at now?
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah. So it's like, so that's crazy because we still have a North Pole. Doesn't matter, or we still have something that our compasses are being attracted to that tell us this is north.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
A North Pole.
But don't you guys remember there being land under the ice?
Yeah.
Land under the ice of the North Pole?
Yeah.
Under the ice?
Like growing up when we were looking at the maps, especially when I opened up the encyclopedias and the atlases when I was younger.
Right.
I vaguely remember that there were, like, if not land underneath the ice, then a whole lot of ice just within
sitting in the north.
Yeah, sitting in the north. But when you go to Google Earth now and you look at the Arctic North on Google Earth, it's just ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a Mandela effect where all of us remember land or ice or Arctic ice in the north. And now it's just like completely memory hold.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is something very strange going on up there. and like maybe Awakened Nemesis is correct. Like it's a sleight of hand. Here, guys, look at Antarctica.
Right.
Look at Antarctica.
Pay
Don't look up
special
north.
attention to to the ends of the earth. And my thing is those guys didn't even bother going to the 80th parallel. And that's where we really need them to go. We need them to go to the edge, the very end of the earth, and like see what's this barrier. Because apparently there's a barrier. I'd like to see it, or I'd like to experience it. So we have a guy named Mikey something that tends to come in and join us from time to time. And Mikey's not here right now. He's not here today. But Mikey said that he filmed the firmament. And so I've been telling him, oh, Mikey, you've seen the firmament. Hey, come on up to the panel, man, and tell us all about it. Like, what did you film? Whether we believe it or not, I want to see it. I want to hear about it. But yeah, like this place is getting stranger and stranger. And the more that they try to hide shit from us, it's a bad look. It's a bad look. There's land under all ocean.
Yeah, I hope. Certainly, I would hope so.
Yeah. Swallow what he's saying is that he remembers them putting like a patch of ice there. Now, if you go there, it's just empty. It's the Arctic, it's part of the Arctic Sea.
Right now, it's just a slushy sea, and there used to be like forever ice with land underneath, or maybe not land underneath, but there used to be forever ice, right? And we all remember not Bill Gates, the algorithm. What's his name? Al Gore.
Mm-hmm.
We all remember Al Gore talking about, oh, what if all the ice melts? Well, it has melted, and what's up now, Al Gore? Come on, what happened to your story? All the ice melted on the North Pole. It did, and there's no big fuzz, and but somehow still the polar bears.
That's actually a good point. That's
Dude,
actually a good point. Weird. But do you think the ice melted in the north? You think that ice is gone? And do you think that they'd really give us access to looking at? I don't know if I lost you.
No, you're just frozen.
Yeah. So do you think that they would give that to us in the north? Do you think that the ice actually melted? And do you think that they would actually give us this information in the north?
No, I think it's a similar big of a mystery as the South Pole.
Try to cut the cam and put it on again.
Okay. Can you guys got me?
Yeah, we hear you fine.
Let me try this real quick. Hold on. All right, there we go. Tried that real quick. Took that advice. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not buying that the snow just melted. What I do buy is that they're definitely hiding it.
Now you're just a black screen.
Yeah, they're hiding something. Even if we were to go or try to make an attempt to go, they wouldn't let us go. They wouldn't let us see it, no matter how much we protested or we tried to see it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let us. Check your maps, okay? I will check. Let me check my favorite map that you guys love to hate. I'm gonna check my ArcGIS.
Well, there's no more.
Huh?
So Gene Splice says the ice has not melted. Well, there's no more ice mountains in the North Sea. Like on the North Pole or in the Arctic. No more icebergs, ice mountains. It's just a sheet that freezes over and slushes during summer. It's a slushy ice sea, and then it's a frozen ice. So there's no more icebergs, nothing. It's just flat. Once again, it's weird. It's beyond weird, guys.
Yeah. So here is I'm gonna present it to y'all. Let me go ahead and let me close these things. Let me share with you guys this. Boom, 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 boom.
Nowadays, but nowadays Greenland almost reaches the North Pole, right? That's like
yeah, it does.
And it didn't used to, not in my memory. It used to be up north, but not that far.
I don't remember. I just think they never told us. They never showed us those maps where it goes over the border.
Oh Lord, this thing is being so fucking stubborn. Search to look. Oh goddamn! You know what? I never should have put that other one. What a pain in the ass that thing could be sometimes. Hold on. Fucking ArcGIS, man, just being a pain in my behind.
What's going on with your camera there?
What's up?
It blacked out when you turned it on again. It's just black.
Yeah,
Oh, there you
so,
are.
yeah, did I disappear?
Yeah, you're back now.
Oh man, so now I'm back from outer space. Okay, let me get back to you guys. Let me share it here. Windows, boom, share. There it is. ArcGIS. Okay, you guys see it, right? United States. Okay, let's go here up. Ha! Big old black hole. You see that?
Yeah.
Look at that eyeball.
And then if you scroll in even further, it's got this craziness. See that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like ice, does it?
No.
It looks like graphics, though.
Yeah, it looks like graphics and poorly done graphics.
Mm-hmm.
Like a circle
Wow.
diagram. Yeah.
Yeah, where's Santa's home? Where's he making all those good toys?
Yeah.
Yep. See, and here's the crazy thing, man. Trying to explain this to those people that I was on that chat with and stuff like that. They're like, see, it told you the earth is a globe. See, you wouldn't be able to do that on ArcGIS if it wasn't, or on Google Earth. And Google Earth shows you that the earth is a globe. That's their logic. These guys,
You got to give it to them, you know. You just got to say, you're right. You're right.
yeah, and you know what? That used to be my thing. Like, you know what? You're right. I don't know how I didn't figure that out. I should have just looked at Google Earth, and that right there would have just told me, you're right. It's a ball. It's a ball. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm tripping. I've been tripping this whole time. Jesus. But these guys, you kind of give it to them piecemeal. Like, you're like, all right, well, it's not curving here, and it's not moving there, and it's not curving here. And they're like, so what are you saying? I'm like, well, I'm just saying it's not doing those things. So then they're like, but it's still a ball though. And I'm like, wow. Oh, Jesus. I don't know how I'm going to get out of this one. But that's basically trying to feed that to these people. They don't understand the significance. And that's, I think at the end of the day, they're so stubborn in remaining part of the globe. They don't understand the significance of what the alternative is going to present to them.
Yep. So they don't really care.
No, they don't care at all. They're like, why? They're like, why is this? Why is that? You a dumb Negro, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I was hearing that shit all night tonight. And I was like, man, and I was a dumb Negro. I'm white. I talk white. Everything else under the sun. But these them Negroes had it figured out, though. You know, it's a big old cue ball flying in space, doing Lord knows what. And then they were presenting to me all this NASA data, and then I had to show them the NASA data that shows based off of a flat, non-rotating Earth. And they were saying, oh, but it's assuming. I said, so if you fucking play football and you're practicing football, you're going to practice with a bunch of ballerinas? No, you're going to practice with equal or greater. So it doesn't make no sense. They were like, oh, that doesn't make no sense. I said, well, check this out. You're not going to practice. You're not going to demonstrate anything on something that doesn't exist. It doesn't make no sense. You're not going to provide, you're not going to make numbers to something that doesn't move, or something that doesn't turn, that's supposed to be turning. You'd make those numbers to fit this turning, this movement, this speed, this rotation. You'd make the numbers to fit that model. They're like, no, because it's too big. I'm like, oh. And so I was like, okay, so I was trying to give them everything. I was like, okay, so I'm up at 30,000 feet. They're like, and you didn't see curvature? I was like, no. They're like, because you won't see curvature at that height. And then I was like, then when will I see curvature? And they were like, oh, they couldn't give me that. And so then I was like, okay, so down on the ground, at some point I can measure curvature, correct? Can I measure curvature? Yes or no? They said, yes. I said, how would I go about doing that? Nobody really had a real answer. I was like, let me give you one. Okay, I can go on water. Water is supposed to be level. They were like, but level doesn't mean flat. And I'm like,
Yeah,
they're like, level
literally.
doesn't. Yeah, and I'm like, my God. I'm like, wow, level doesn't mean flat. I said, okay, all right, let's not use these words. Let's not split hairs. Fine.
This
I'm telling you, these guys were something else. These guys were something else. Basically, I said all that, and that's why I came on. I came on to say that there are people, a lot of people that are so sure that this place is doing all the things we know that it's not doing. And so I was in there by myself pretty much on my own. I had another guy in there that was like kind of like, yeah, just look at it, guys, pay attention. But they weren't having it, and I was a no good black person that tries to sound white. And Rachel's in the house, y'all. Rachel, what's happening?
greetings.
All right. So I was a bad black person trying to be white, and I was like, all right, well, check it out, y'all. You got bodies of water out there. Go out there, do the demonstrations yourself. You're smart. You're more than capable of doing it. You will see for yourself that this place ain't turning and it ain't moving and doing all these crazy things. And I was like, but also, oh, this really set them. Oh, this is the best part. Oh, this is the part on steroids. I said, your Bible. This will be your guide. I was like, take a look in the Bible. It'll show you. And then, man, I must have set somebody's house on fire because of all the those guys must have been vampires, because as soon as I showed to them the Bible, they lost their minds. They wasn't having any of it. And I was like, all right, cool. I love you guys. I'm gonna drop $5 in here. Thanks for having me on. Peace. So I wish them the best. But all that to say, guys, they're out there. They're out there. But it's okay, man. Just stand on your square. Provide the evidence. Give them the evidence. It's okay. You're going to have a lot of people shitting on you. And it is what it is, man. One person will listen, and then they can then preach to the rest of the guys. What's up, Rachel?
What's up, Vara?
Yeah, I'm here too, by the way, Vlad.
Vara, I said what's up to you too, Vara.
No, you didn't.
Oh, my bad. Vara, I apologize. Vara, what's good?
What is this disrespect towards your guests?
Oh, man, my bad. But we got Rachel in the house too. Rachel is rather silent. Okay.
What's up, Rage?
You might have to press the unmute button. I'm not sure.
Rachel, you are not muted. I don't have you muted. Rachel, hold on. Let me see something. I'm gonna mute you real quick. Now I'm gonna unmute you. You're unmuted, Rachel.
There we go, I think. Or was that your mic?
Rachel.
Yeah, well, there's some new people here. For me, I never met Dojo or Boy before. Guys.
No, I didn't scare Brenda away. I annoyed the hell out of Brenda, and then I kicked her out. I gave Brenda that annoying vibe because Brenda does be doing that shit to us. So I wanted Brenda to get a taste of her own medicine. Because Brenda be doing that shit to us, be trolling us, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna troll Brenda right back.
You said Brenda's 66 years old?
Yeah, Brenda said she's 66.
Wow, man, that's amazing. I gotta, props for Brenda for that, man.
Yeah, Brenda is a student. You guys see Professor Phil Bell. Professor Phil Bell is a physics. If I'm mistaken, Professor Phil, correct me, please. But Professor Professor Phil Bell is also a physics professor and a chemistry professor. So Brenda is taking physics lessons from Professor Phil Bell.
Okay, so, am I on now?
Yes, Rachel, what's happening?
You can hear me?
Brenda. Is that you, Brenda?
Oh, my God.
Brenda, is that you? You fucking with us, man?
No, I'm the other trans person on Earth.
Oh. Wait,
you can hear me?
Okay, yeah, we can hear you, Rachel. Okay,
Oh,
you're not Brenda.
This is the first time I'm on a stream, so I don't know how to do it. So.
Oh no. It's pretty easy. Just don't hit that you see that mic in the top right of your thing? Don't hit that because that'll mute you.
Okay. How's the levels?
Oh no.
Good.
You sound fine.
It's good.
You sound good.
Oh, okay, because I'm on the laptop. I'm not on my good mic. I'm on the laptop mic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, no, you're straight. You sound clean.
Okay, cool.
It's going through very well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Oh, no, it's Rachel, not Brenda. Okay, good. All right. Yeah, man. So what's happening with you, Rach?
Yeah, I probably missed a lot of the show, but I know you guys don't want to talk about it anymore, but the final experiment thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm just gonna
ahead.
sum it up. I'm not gonna drone on about it. But Brenda, if you're still here, I actually was the first person demanding to see a passport, and so you could bitch at me, but it didn't really matter to most of flat earthers if they went or not, because we kind of already knew there was going to be a 24-hour sun, and we knew it was a setup for a hit piece to make flat earth look stupid. And then, judging by the actions of Jaron and Austin while they were there and upon their return, they know damn so they might have not faked it going there, but maybe they did. But the thing is, their actions when they were there and upon their return was so sketch that it invited all the
craziness,
all the craziness, speculation.
Mm-hmm.
And the vape thing, Austin faking the vaping to show his breath. I mean, I don't know how it's colder in Hartford, Connecticut than it is in fucking Antarctica. At any time. You know what I mean?
Rachel, that's the question a lot of us had. And to be called stupid because we're asking legitimate questions. Because here's the thing. A lot of us I've never been to Antarctica. Maybe you have. I don't know if you have. No. But normal people don't go to Antarctica. We just don't. And so we know that it's mad cold, or that's what we're told. I mean, we also have weather updates that we could go off of, but we also have precipitation as well. Not just the weather, how hot it is, how cold it is, when the sun up is coming, the sun down, but we have the dew point. So it lets us know, hey, this time, this is what the dew percentage is going to be, or the precipitation. Based off of what the precipitation levels were at that time, they should have seen some kind of breath. We're being told, oh, it's too cold, it's too dry. And I'm like, you could still see it based off of what the dew point says that it is. I'm not making it up because it said Union Glaciers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Lord have mercy. Well, I really go ahead, Brendan.
Put it this way: it's they were told to bring like shitloads of clothes, right? They had like special clothes. They had to be like, ridiculous amounts of
they couldn't
clothes,
have,
or they would like take off their gloves and just fucking instantly die, right?
Man,
we were told that since we were kids, we were told the Antarctica is so fucking brutal. You take like one breath and your lungs explode, right?
Yeah, like they'll freeze up on you or some shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and since they, in preparation for them to go with all the preparation they needed, the last thing anybody expected would be for them to be in a t-shirt with no gloves, just like hanging out. Like how would that make sense? So the Antarctica people, the Union Glacier people, so they didn't know it wasn't going to be fucking cold?
Man, well, apparently Jaron did, because Jaron looked like he was decked out. He looked like he went for war.
Yeah, well, Jaron is like, first of all, Jaron likes to sell it. So he was trying to sell it more, oh, it's so cold. You guys are idiots. You don't have gloves on. I'm not going to be the one that gets frostbite. Remember he was saying all that shit?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, when you have frostbite, I'm going to laugh at you guys. And all that. It was just so sketch that it invited like total doubt, 100%.
Yes.
And none of us, we said the whole trip was completely pointless.
Yeah, there was a lot of that too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I look at it like I'm not upset, but of course everyone's like let down because I've been following Jaron, probably like 10 years almost. And I gave him money. I was a Patreon for $25 a month for a long time, and with a lot of truthers. And it's just it's a letdown because Jaron, Sargent, Eric Dubay,
David Weiss.
Weiss came in a little later. But what Weiss saw an opportunity. He saw an opportunity, and he's like, I met Dave Weiss like 5 times. I was like 5 things with him, 5 meetups and stuff, and Flattoberfest.
Are you out there by Connecticut or something?
I'm in Hartford.
Okay, that's what's up. Okay.
Yeah, I'm from New York. I've been up here for almost 4 years. But
I was down by Meriden a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, that's a little bit south.
Yep.
Yeah. I never thought I'd be here, but hey, whatever. Up till now, I came up here for some concerts, and like usually the furthest I would go would be like Norwalk in Connecticut. Because I don't know. And well, Weiss wasn't like one of the originals, but he came in a little later.
Right.
I just have to go by people's backstory and their actions and what I think their motives are, and we have to, and it leads to an outcome. And with with Jaron, his backstory was like he was working at a pharmacy in California, and then CVS bought the chain.
Right.
Bought the store, part of like a CVS, to make it part of CVS. He didn't like the way CVS was run. So he's just like, oh, fuck this, I'm out of here. So he quit, right? So he had no job, and he's married. I don't think he had a kid yet. And then he said he quit CVS. So he had like this moment in time, like this epiphany. He's like, I have to reset my life and my brain and my values. So he's going through stuff. And then his backstory was his wife said, oh, do you think the earth could be flat? And that started his whole thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that's believable. Do you think his wife would be like, hey, do you think the earth could be flat?
And why would he care so much about it then? Yeah.
Usually, I was married 14 years, back before transition. And there's no way on earth. Anything I said, I was an idiot anyway. Right, to my wife, like to anybody's wife, like you're an idiot, right? To your wife. So there's no way, it's more like he would say, hey, Missa or Missy, do you think the earth is flat? And she would be like, shut up, you're an idiot. That's like a much more believable situation,
right,
than his wife saying, hey, do you think the earth could be flat? And then that started his whole shit. And then he didn't have another job. So this whole time, he was making money off YouTube, Flat Earth.
And he had a pretty big following too.
Yes, so for 10 years, that's his full-time income for a family, because now he has 2 kids, right?
Yes, something like that. Yep.
So now his full-time income to support a wife and 2 kids, he just threw it away because he doesn't have flat Earth videos anymore, right? He said he's out of it. So he's either going to join the Glober, he's either going to join the Glober cult and make money off that. Maybe he knows there's more in bashing Flat Earth, because he signed a contract and he accepted the terms of the contract, knowing he's walking into something that's going to be a hit piece. So he had to get paid.
I was going to say, and so he knows that there was the bag at the end of the tunnel waiting on him.
Another reason why I doubted that they went was because the price. Because didn't Duffy send 10 people?
Around there, yes. It was a 10 or 8 or something like that.
So like over $300,000.
It was 3 flat earthers and 12 Globers, right?
So more than 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So I heard him talk about a discount price too.
Yeah, but then Saab called and said that they don't do discounts.
Yep.
That's right.
Remember that?
That's right. Yep. That's right.
Yeah. So,
yeah, but hey, this is not how you get a discount. You say, well, oh, that's the price. Okay, but is there a discount? This is not how you. This is not how you deal business. This is not how you get a discount.
Right.
You don't ask for a discount. That's not how you do it.
I
It's
do.
not. It's
Yeah,
not
but
proof of
the-
there being no way able to get a discount.
I ask for military discounts for everything. If I'm buying a house, can I get a military discount? If I'm buying shoes, y'all got that military discount. If I'm getting my sideburns done because I ain't got shit up here now. It's a bunch of bad grass up here. Y'all, you got military discount for these sideburns. So I asked for it. I sound like a total little crybaby, but whatever.
No, well, it
Go ahead,
pops
yeah.
up a lot. It says, like,
Well, if it
are you
works.
military? I get that. And you do
Yeah.
get discounts. Actually, now I'm going to be 61 in March. So I could get a senior discount.
Really?
Believe it or not. On some places. Yeah. So I just don't think, money doesn't come like that. So it's like, I don't care how much money you have. I used to have a moving company in Manhattan. I dealt with like close to billionaires. I moved and crazy. I moved crazy fine art. I, moved stuff from the Hamptons to Christie's and Greenwich, all that. I dealt with the richest people in Manhattan, and they're the cheapest bitches that you could ever imagine. Yeah. They're so tight with money. They're so tight with money. So people throwing like $350,000, $400,000 around, like for what? And Duffy thought that we were all assholes and jerks, right? And insane and retards. He said that, right? Basically. So what are you going to spend?
Said that for sure.
Are you going to spend like $400,000 in something you think is a joke?
No, and that's what I asked him during my interview on here. I said, dude, what is your benefit? Because I don't know any businessman, Pastor Duffy, and that's how he gets through to you. He pretends to be a man of God and not a man of money, right? And so I was like, so where is this money? Where are you going to make your money?
He's like, guys, come on. Are we going to believe this guy for real? I mean, he looks like a snake. He acts like a snake. He sounds like a snake.
He's very shifty.
So why do you take him for real? Why do we actually grant him the right to take him serious?
Well, the thing is,
everybody keeps doing this when the signs have been there from the start that it's a deceiver, a liar, and he even says that he thinks that the Bible allows him to lie and to deceive.
Yes,
we should not be talking about this man at all.
No, but didn't he come out with that video about deception's okay? Saying. Like 2 days after I got back.
Talking about this man at all because he doesn't deserve it. But everybody still gets their panties in a hose and like, oh, we knew that he was a deceiver right from the start.
And he's shifty.
So what are we all whining about still?
Yeah, like my thing is, I'm ready to move on to the north. What's happening up top, right? Man? Yeah. Shit, I don't care about this damn bullshit ass experiment. That at the end of the day, like I said, man, it was their lack of effort. My biggest takeaway from it was like, that's all you could do. It's like, guys, say there was a way to go to the moon. Let's say there was, and I went to the moon. I would come back with so much shit. I'd be like, guys, especially if they said, hey, Vlad, you can bring back as much bullshit as you want, a zillion pounds worth of shit. I'd be like, well, I'll bring back a zillion pounds worth of moon stuff, whatever that is, right? If they had a souvenir shop up there, I'd come back with a moon shirt. Hey, first black dude on the moon kind of shirt, anything, right? Rocks, pebbles, whatever, dust. Be like, hey, man, this is moon stuff. I got a 5,000 pounds of it. I want to give some to everybody because this is exciting. Like, and the experiments that I ran over there and the footage that I captured over there, guys, the smells that I experience, it's unlike anything that I experienced. We didn't get that. We didn't get that with these guys. We didn't get any level of effort of them being there. And one of the excuses that I heard was that, well, we thought that the guys of the globe, they were going to do it. And I'm like, oh, so you're leaving this job, this task to a bunch of people we can't trust. I don't know why you're trusting them to do the proper job that you're supposed to do. Why do you entrust them to do it, right? And so, like, with me, I was just disgusted with their lack of of going out there to do a good job. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is more upset with everything else, Vape Gate, Mountain Gate, Shoe Print Gate, Was I There Gate, Passport Gate, so many fucking gates. It's unbelievable, man. But my thing was level of effort. And I'm like, you guys didn't put forth any effort. Shows me you don't care about your viewers. You don't care about this. You don't care about learning a little something. And you really don't give a fuck about the flat earth. So why am I even giving you guys any credence? Like, why am I giving you guys any love? Why am I doing like what you said, Rachel, giving these guys money? This guy came on, said, hey, to view the 5 hours of free footage that I had, you got to go past the paywall and you got to watch my shit. And I'm like, really, motherfucker? You went out there, did nothing, and you got 5 hours worth of stuff, and you're going to charge your viewers that you owe so much to, you're going to charge them money just to watch something that they should be watching for free. And I was like, you're no good, man. Nothing. There's nothing good about you. And whether they were being deceitful or not, they just didn't give a fuck about the people that were putting so much credit into what it was they were doing. And I thought, when you have a channel and you have people that are watching you for the truth, you're there to deliver the truth. You're not there to do a show. I'm not there to fucking put music on to entertain you guys. Yes, is it a form of entertainment? Sure. But our job is the fucking truth. And if you can't deliver on the truth, you have no business being in this fucking community. Go to the globe. Go suck on their dick. Go suck their dick. Go fuck with those guys. Don't come over here fucking with us, man, because we're all about business. Or at least I think we are. You know what I'm saying?
Go back and play with balls.
Yeah, go suck their fucking dick, man. Don't come over here bullshitting with us, man. We're short on time. We're not down with the bullshit. See, we got a person, you're 61 years old. So I don't think you're going to live another 61 years. I hope you do, Rachel. But I don't think you are. You ain't got time for that bullshit, man. Brenda's 66. Professor Bell is 800 years old. Professor Bell, he ain't got another 800 years. So we ain't got time for this bullshit, man. So when
I'll be 61 in March. I'm not 61 yet, but pretty damn close.
Well.
But,
yeah, well, you get that senior discount, so that counts.
Yes, I don't have a chick in ShopRite, or she's like, oh, you can get it, on Tuesdays you get a discount. She couldn't believe how old I was. She's like, oh shit, I thought you were like 40s. But the whole thing is those guys, Austin and Jaron, they came back really acting like the returning astronauts. No effort. Absolutely, they actually looked annoyed. They actually looked annoyed while they were there. So this is supposed to be like the biggest thing in their life. It's like the final experiment. This is like supposed to be a big turning point in like everyone's, well, to them, that's what they claim, right? But they just absolutely couldn't be fucking bothered to do anything.
Yeah.
And there's only one reason for that. It's because they knew the outcome. They signed something. They signed non-disclosure agreements, just like all this bullshit. They always do NDAs, right? And I got shit for saying that they definitely signed an NDA and got paid. I got like shit for that. I'm just like, so who
it's
really
reality?
Who really wants to go to Antarctica? What did they do? There was snow, and the first thing I saw most of the streams like while they were happening, and I said, "Is that like that snow looks raked?" You see the lines in the snow?
Yes.
Like if you go to like Rockaway Beach or something and Jones Beach and
that
thing goes over the sand and it like combs the sand, makes a nice...
I was thinking the same thing, but it in the back of my mind.
So, and then I found out that you could ride bikes. So I'm like, oh, they rake the snow to ride bikes. So how come you're going to spend $35,000 to go ride a bike on rake snow and go to the gift shop and get a fucking coffee mug?
Yeah.
Like, is there any other reason to go? Because who's going there to prove flat Earth? Nobody's going there. So all these assholes, they got enough income and regular customers to have trips to Antarctica, but there's nothing to do there. Like what would be if I had the money, I'd pay my car off. I just got a new car. So the whole thing is, why would anyone go to Antarctica to ride a bike on rake snow? There's nothing there. There's fucking nothing there.
Yeah.
So and this was sketchy. This was very sketchy. at the same exact time they were there. On Facebook, Jay Weinberg, the former drummer of Slipknot, and he's the son of Max Weinberg, who used to be the drummer for Conan O'Brien's show, and he's the drummer for Bruce Springsteen.
Right.
He's the son, Jay Weinberg. He was in Antarctica at the exact same time. And and I follow him on Facebook. So he was like, he did the reels, the videos. He's like, oh, check me out. I'm in Antarctica. And he's like cross-country skiing. And I'm just like, there's a lot better skiing in the world. Like the French Alps, and like Aspen.
The Poconos.
Yeah, anywhere. Why are you going to go to Antarctica? And cross-country skiing, isn't that just flat? You're just speed walking on snow?
It's almost like slalom or something like that.
Why do you have to go to Antarctica like that? And also, he got fired from Slipknot. So he didn't. He actually didn't have a. He doesn't have an income. Like I don't think he joined another band yet. I'm not sure.
Damn.
I don't think he did.
He was out there.
He wasn't that outcome. He wasn't a founding member of. Not that I'm a Slipknot fan. I don't really like that. But he wasn't getting like a songwriter royalties from the band. He was like a hired gun. So he's not like dripping with money.
Right.
So he gets fired from Slipknot and his like, oh yeah, you know what? I always wanted to go cross-country skiing in fucking Antarctica. It's just so sketch. It's so sketchy. So I think for some stupid reason that there was some other bullshit going on behind the scenes why they had to go at that time.
But Rachel, I hear what you're saying, and there's so much iffy and sketchy about it. But what does it benefit any of us to think about these loose ends that we get and that we might discover? Oh, more loose ends to this. Where does it get us?
I think here's the thing, isn't it? Can we prove definitively that it was fake?
Do you want to? I mean, do you really want to?
I don't.
No, here's the point. If we can't prove it, then what's the point? Again, I'm agreeing with you. If we can't prove it, then there's no point in talking about it anymore. It's been a month.
I know. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't really matter if they went or not. The outcome was they betrayed the people. They betrayed us for money. And now they're out of flat Earth, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And then
the whole thing, they actually caved to pressure worse than I thought. As soon as they came back, Austin's getting on, he's getting on shows drunk and slurring and saying like swearing on the Bible and all this bullshit. It's just so like, these are your actions. So, and the result is you came back calling all of us, Jaron's actually calling us a cult.
Yeah. Yep. You know what? Hey, here's the thing. Excuse me. With him saying that and doing that, watch out. Anybody could do a false flag, anything, and then they could write up a manifesto, be like, yeah, so I robbed the bank and I destroyed fucking the Statue of Liberty because all you guys suck. By the way, the earth is flat. And it's like, oh, shit. Here we go. The false flag fucking craziness. And then the eyes are going to be on us. And anybody believing in a flat earth or thinking that you know how it is. You know the fucking drill. We've seen it before.
That's the key word here. Like within the debating communities that I'm on in Telegram, all the Globers, they're starting to use that catchword, that key phrase, cult.
The cult. Yep.
That's what they're doing now. So they're going to start like connecting the word cult to flat earth.
Yes.
And then so we have to actively fight this by actually going back onto the attack and just say, hey, look, the globe earth view is the one that is cultist, not flat earth, because you guys are the ones that are believing in something without evidence, just based upon like what people are saying. And then so, yeah, I think we have to get back onto the attack, because if this word cult gets associated with us, it's going to stick.
Yes.
Well, yeah, they do that to terms. They do that to words. Like they did the same thing with woke, right? We woke guys actually used to
be
woke.
We're actually woke.
Used to be a truther word.
Yes.
We're awake. We're awake. We're awake.
Yeah, I only use awake.
We know what the fuck is going on, right? But they spun it, and they're just like, oh, so they put some memes of like, all right, I'm a trans woman. I'm the real thing, okay? And post-op, full surgery, everything, right? So a trans woman isn't a guy with a full beard on the in a dress on like a red carpet. They're trying to fuck everything up. They try to throw everything together. So they're just like, they put some blue-haired person, right? And they're just like, oh, in a ridiculous outfit, and they're like, oh, that's trans. So it's just like, oh, if you're woke, and you know that means you support. The word support is misused because when people say, I support trans people, right? So I'm just like, or like, I don't support trans people. So I'm just like, well, what do you actually mean? Because are you paying my bills? Did you pay for my surgery? I paid all my surgeries in Bangkok. I paid everything out of pocket, right? So you're using the wrong word. You're like, I agree or disagree. But they can't say, I agree with you or I disagree with you, because that's very aggressive. That's confrontational. So they say, I don't, no, it's really, I don't approve of, I fucked it up. I don't approve of you. That's what they really mean. But they're like, I don't agree with, I don't hate you, Rachel. I just don't agree with you. So like, what are you saying? So you don't agree that I'm a woman? So what you're really saying is you don't approve of me saying I'm a woman. You're not saying I agree, but the whole,
how did this turn into to your story again?
No, I'm just saying with words, how they spun it, with the word woke, right?
Yeah.
So they spun it. So they're also doing what they're doing now, if you've noticed, is they're equating flat earthers with Trump supporters.
Oh, yeah.
So they're trying to say like, oh,
yeah.
Like flat Earth is like so fucking ridiculous, right? But so flat Earth. So now we say LA is on fire, like on purpose because they're gonna build a smart city. Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. You must be a Trump supporter. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing now. You're a conspiracy theorist. You must be a Trump supporter.
White supremacist, where flat earthers. Oh, you a flat earther? It sounds like you're a white supremacist too, and you voted for Trump. And let me guess, you didn't get the shot, did you? Like, oh my.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you're
God.
Right. Yeah, so they're blending it all together, and they're trying to make it just cut and dry. They're trying to make it like you either 100% believe the media, or you're a wingnut Trump supporter. Because Trump was handed the script, and Elon Musk was handed the script to act like conspiracy theory. So now we're getting like lumped right into that. And like, this is the last thing I'm going to say about fucking the final experiment, right? So they weren't even back yet, and I saw their face everywhere on YouTube.
Yeah. And then the news getting their names, and Australia news. For all you guys in Australia, all you guys, I know Dojo lives in Australia. All you guys that live down under and everything else, they got Harmon over there fucking laid up and shit. What's happening, Harmon?
How you doing?
Harmon, I've never seen Harmon get up and like move himself. Harmon just
you don't need to with you call for your food, you do everything. I just need to put the toilet in this.
Harmon just looking like an otter right now.
He just integrated into
that. I got the towel on there, yeah.
Harmon is just integrated into that motherfucker.
Hey, but who said I look like an otter? I definitely put my food right here, and that's my table.
Yeah. Right.
I swear to God.
Himself a little bib. He got himself a little bib.
Yeah, that's what he used them for.
Crumbs and shit. Look at him.
I bet that lamp on the left is also a shower head.
No, right. It's an actual lamp. I was gonna say, have you seen? Let me see what I do. Have you seen Fescuic films?
Fescuic. It sounds familiar, but no.
Well, they did a lot. They're professionals, flat earthers. They make movies and documentaries and stuff.
Fesiak, yes. Vladimir Fesiak.
Did you? I don't know if it's Vladimir.
Yeah, and he's got a lazy eye.
Maybe it's David.
No, Fesichuk.
Well,
and he made a movie called recently, like last year. He made a movie.
Here, watch that link right there. It's 3 minutes long. Are you into the shadow thing, the shadow gate, or you believe that's okay?
Shadow gate.
Yeah, on the Antarctic.
There's been so many of them. Like
I know, but the shadows. I mean, so many of them. Like in 2017, if that video I sent you that you said you're going to post on your channel, but you didn't. But it's okay.
What are you talking about, man?
I've been looking. I've been looking every day for it.
Harmon, you give me so much stuff so fast, and I'm like, I can't even wrap my mind around it, bro.
It's okay. I'm giving you a hard time. Watch this.
All right. So here we go. We got this. All right. Harmon. Oh, I got it. My bad. Let me go ahead and play it.
Was the most silliest one to me. What do you see, Sarah? You see that?
My coffee cup. Let's see here.
It's two different angles of the light.
Yeah, I see it.
What?
I think it means that God has planted two suns in Antarctica.
Shut up.
Makes sense.
Okay, so they're saying the implication is that the light source is too close, and it would showcase that the shadows that way.
Oh wow!
Divert. You know, they're showing you that that's what it does for real.
However, me and Sarah went out and we shot this.
Okay.
Me and my fancy sweatpants.
That's different.
So, stopping at this right here.
Okay, what are you guys saying? What's going on?
That's
before he even watches it, he's judging it. That's what you guys did with the trip.
No. I'm just saying that's perspective, isn't it? It's different when the shadows are coming the other way.
Watch what happens. Let them finish. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Commentate.
It's good to see you.
Hello, everyone. By the way,
Luke, what's happening? It's good to see you, bro. And Harmon, what's happening? Okay, let's play.
The light was coming like this. They were going in different directions in this perspective. That means there'd be multiple lights on set, and that would prove that it was on a set and it was fake, like they did in the moon landing, where they had multiple different directions in this perspective. However, when you go the other way, it doesn't prove that. It just showcases a local sun.
That's what the thing is. Really what they're showing is the light is local. Only a local sun will do that. They're showing so that flat Earth thing they did out in Antarctica proved the sun was local, because it's just how the shadows act. And watch them finish this. It's really cool. I remember learning this back in 17 with Antonio and my perspective, Rory Cooper. They were teaching this big time. That shadows divergent with the sun. Like if there's a rail, like let's say 50 poles in a row, and they're like 10 feet apart, and you look at the shadow when the sun, you'll see at the end they cross each other sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, you just got to pay attention to the shadows.
Okay, let me continue.
You can hear that wind. I should have been wearing a coat.
So look, there it is. There's like divergent sun.
Yes.
Yes. It's all perspective, and I think we need to consider that before we go out and make videos like this. So yeah, there it is. There's Sarah, and I'm gonna get her to walk.
Okay, so stay there and then walk across to your right that way.
There she goes. She's walking across.
That way, all the way.
Watch what that shadow does.
It's my catwalk.
Wow, look at that.
Even
That's
with the pole.
Huge shadow change.
That's fine. You did good.
Let's play that on repeat.
Let's play that on repeat. They're so funny.
Here we go. All the way to our car.
Be careful. People are going to start calling you a shill and an agent if you don't stick to the series that people are putting out there.
There it is. Look at that. That's diverse. That's crazy shadow, but it's because where the source is. It's a local source. It doesn't mean it's in the studio. It means that our sun is local on this flat plane.
Good job, Sarah.
I thought you'd like that.
That's pretty
Let's play it
damn
again,
dope.
just so that all the spectators out there just
Look at this.
Yeah, just look at that. That's crazy.
Zoom. Wow.
And you can do that tomorrow. Walk outside and do it tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. It's cold as fuck outside, homie.
Oh, it's like 68 here.
Shit. Man, I wish I was here, there, instead of over here and cold.
So
as hell.
panel, did you like that?
Yeah, it's good.
Yes.
What about you, boy?
Well, I'm like, did we really need a video to explain to us how perspective works? Come on.
It's divergent, not perspective. It's divergent shadows
Divergent
from
shadow.
a local light.
A ton of people in the flat Earth movement need that.
I was going to say.
It's perspective, period.
Dude, when he changed, he said this
One
one's
word.
Perspective, and the other word he said is divergent.
One word.
I think it's bedtime in Denmark.
Who's lying in bed? Who's lying in bed?
No, Denmark, it's like, what is it, 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock?
It's time to get up.
It's time to go to bed for you. You stay up all night.
No, I don't. I wake up at 4 in the morning, dude.
God dang.
I'm messing with you, boy.
No, but truly, it's just perspective, right?
No, the perspective was when he walked to the side while she held still. The divergent shadows is when she walks.
Yeah, it's perspective, dude.
Okay, it's perspective. Oh, you're happy. You just he just explained it. He makes movies. He does all this stuff. That's not the Vlad guy you're talking about, is it?
Black guy.
Huh?
Black guy. What black guy?
I said Vlad. It's not that Vlad guy.
Oh, Vlad? No. That's not him.
Yeah.
No, that's another one. My bad. Yeah. Alan Nostrin says it's 6 o'clock in the morning almost.
Who said I better stop the shit? What was that going on?
Alan is looking on a clock that's not,
Oh, okay. He corrected it. 6:57.
Yeah. He's
Hey,
still
Maria.
in time, I think.
Okay, he's on. You said he's on hammer time. What'd you say?
Nah, he's just on the wrong clock. He didn't change the 1 hour.
Okay. Yeah, man. So, family, shit, it's damn 1 in the morning right now. My black ass is about to go turn up in the shower so I could get my black ass to sleep. Y'all hear me? So.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, man. I really appreciate y'all joining us tonight. Really wanted to get into that tomorrow. Look, come back tomorrow because I'm gonna be doing this again tomorrow. At around 7:30. Does 7:30 work for you guys?
It's all good for me.
Night,
Real quick, that guy's channel right there that I just showed you. That's just a clip from he did a 40-minute video of all the things that people were thinking weren't, trying to say it's fake.
Okay. That's the whole purpose of him doing that.
I want to add something. I want to add
ahead.
something to what Harmon's saying as well. It's sort of along the same lines. Is that people keep asking if the 24-hour sun was real, why would they need to fake it? Because what the problem is, if there is a 24-hour sun there, the way it's spinning, like we know down in the south, it's coming up from the south, setting to the south. It's going in an anti-clockwise direction.
Right. Yes.
With those observations, the sun should be circling around the Tropic of Capricorn. So what it does is it debunks that globe model. The heliocentric model is rubbish, and it shows that. So that's why if they go down there when they should be going down there a bit later in December, and they see the 24-hour sun and the filming's beautiful, and they do a live stream, people are going to say, okay, well, that doesn't work with heliocentrism. The sun's supposed to be that way. It's coming from that way.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. You understand what I'm saying? Doesn't matter what it's circling or not, but it means it's close, and it just blows their model out of the water.
Mm-hmm. And it's strange. Yeah, no, I totally remember. And that's the thing is, I remember, and then you asked your pops, where it was traveling, and he said it came in from into the southeast, and it's setting in the southwest. And I was like, that's weird as fuck. That's weird, and I never expected that.
So I said, now do you know why we doubt the heliocentric model? Now do you know why we, so it's caused him to question the globe because of that. So it's got nothing to do with we know it's flat, but what it does is ironically disproves the globe, or their model at least,
Mm-hmm.
So they go down there, they do shoddy work. It gets us all talking about it. If they went down and did brilliant work, totally legit, that's what we'd be focusing on. We'd be focusing on a 24-hour sun. Doesn't mean the Earth's not flat, but their model is out the window.
Yes.
Oh, that's one thing. That's a good point. Jaron said, well, I'm going to go down there, and if I see the 24-hour sun, well, all that means is we're going to have to, go back to the drawing board and think about other theories, other concepts about about the flat Earth. But he said that he was trying to say that That's not going to prove flat Earth. You know, it's not going to prove the globe, but it's just not going to prove the model. You know, the flat Earth model.
Right.
So
right.
he was giving us the impression that he was still going to continue with flat Earth when he came back if he saw the 24-hour sun. Instead, he came back. Instead, he came back screaming, kicking, calling us retards, and saying that flat Earth was a cult. And he actually said there's no proof of flat Earth. So he completely contradicted himself. That's just the last thing that you reminded me when you said that. So yeah.
Yeah, and now if we need to look at the Gleason's map, because that's what everybody's going off of, then I have no problem taking a look at it again, because it seems as if the Gleason's map works in the northern hemisphere. So anything above the equator, the Gleason map works like a champ. But then once you start going in the opposite direction, even the freaking whatchamacallit points in the opposite direction. You know what I'm saying? It points southwards. It points down. It points away from Polaris. Excuse me. As soon as you start to use a sundial, the big fin, the gnomon, points in the south. It doesn't even point up north anymore. So these things I find telling. These things I totally find interesting, and they I think they need a disc. These things we need to talk about more, right? Why it's doing that. And I think Joe Hanby making an attempt at a model, I think that's cool, right? Trying to show why it works the way it does, I think that's cool. Trying your hand at it, whether it works or not, at least we're trying to replicate it. Here's the thing. Nobody knows what the fucking sun is. And so I'm a little bit annoyed that I came on. So Justin Johnson, from what I've seen on the, okay, it's the most accurate. All right. Like I said, it works perfect. It works perfect in the northern hemisphere.
Go ahead.
My thing is with the sun going in an anti-arcing direction. I'm like, it's confusing me. It's throwing me off. You understand? So go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to answer Maria in there. Maria, yeah, that documentary you're talking about with Dave, it came out about a month ago. It's on their channel too. The one I'm talking about, the Antarctic stuff, and they're not vested in Dave. Dave was part of their documentary before, they know what was going on and how things are acting. I mean, things change. So 7 days ago, they put out a video. It's a 38-minute video that shows you all these things that people were calling this gate, this gate, this gate, and they were showing how it works making movies and stuff. They're very, that's what they do. They're film people. They're camera people. That's their profession. Anyway, so then Maria, so yeah, you say they're invested with David Weiss. They asked him to be in the documentary with him, and he did. So I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah, man, this is interesting.
Look at her. Of course they are, Harmon. Oh my gosh.
And Melodome crew are Globers now. You know that?
Say what?
That? Oh, big time. But he's being real hateful. He's being real hateful about it too. Just go and be the globe you want to be. Don't be sitting there putting out videos against flat earthers every day.
Yeah, it's almost getting like the Warriors. There's like little gangs in flat Earth.
It's
like and I knew Melodome.
I tell you what, I knew this was going to happen. Like, I really didn't want the fragmenting to go down, but it did. And it's like, damn, man, I really didn't want us to lose our way. But you know what? It was bound to happen. You've got flat earthers that, believe that the earth is rising. You've got flat earthers that, sun 24 and then sun non-24. And I'm like, oh, Lord have mercy. Well, the good news is that we still know that the earth is flat.
And since I've never seen it this divided, really. I really haven't.
There's only one reason that could be.
Tell me, because it's growing too big or something?
No, they see that there's more money in dissing flat Earth.
Yes,
so
I disagree, because I've seen it from the flat Earth side, and I'm going to get hella yet again. I'm seeing Eddie Alencar go like a madman in a way I think he shouldn't. I think it hurts what he says, and is probably sincere about trying to support biblical cosmology. I think one thing that's beautiful about flat Earth is that it has brought so many atheists to the Creator, to God, to the Bible. Many more like myself who had left the faith had came back to it. There's a lot of that. I think what he does now is he's throwing up this wall saying, if you don't agree 100%, if you suspect at all, even as much as or as little as Vlad just said, questioning anything that goes against that map, he will put out a video, say that you are Antichrist. He has been going that far into it. He blocked me for questioning him on simply saying that he was wrong when he said that that his prediction came true about Jaron. No, his prediction was that Jaron would go to be a Glober. That may come, as Rachel has said, but he has not yet. And so, as I keep on saying, people are going too far. Rory, you think, called me was been calling a lot of people names. He said, come on, are you going to go on live with me? I said I would. He's ignoring me. He put out his last thing about this whole thing about 360 cameras. He is so far off. There's more in that. I'm making a video now, several videos. I'm really slow to do it because I like to put more into it. I'm putting one together on Kingdom of Context on Sean and the censorship on his. I want to put one together on Flatzoid and how dishonest he's been. I want to put one together talking about what I just said about Eddie. I think that maybe it's silly to say my role, but I feel like I want to speak up and do that. People want to call that dividing. I think these people are really, really screwing stuff up. And what pisses me off and is so sad is so many people cheer them on. One thing I've done is I've taken screenshots of every single comment, like on Sean's and on Rory's post on his video. And everybody's, oh man, this is awesome. This is brilliant. You watch that video. There are some parts of it, like if you stop and look at what you're looking at, it's extremely deceptive on many, many, many ways. And I will prove that. I mean, extremely deceptive. That I'm no longer thinking.
Wow, that's about the Christians. They rant forever.
And it wasn't until like when we were doing the whole thing. Remember when it showed McToon walking around with his phone sideways like this, talking on it, walking, and then he was blending in with the tripods.
Yeah, that was called an agent in the shill.
Yeah, and I was like,
high res, and it's like
I was looking at it, and I was like, maybe we just need to take another look, because my thing is, I don't want to be caught trying to claim positivity and being caught with my pants down and being wrong, flat out wrong.
Well, I watched you. I watched you when you saw it in better quality and higher definition. It's so easy. He was right in front of it the whole time.
Yeah, and so it's like we need things like that. We just need to take another look before we claim any expertise in anything. We have to, because this is a whole total different freaking ball of yarn we're dealing with here. You know what I'm saying? This is a place we've never been to. The sun looks freaking weird. As soon as it reaches its peak, it turns into a football, or it turns into a sandwich. And as soon as it drops to its lowest peak, it turns into a sandwich again. And while it climbs, it turns into an orb. So the whole thing just looks strange. Okay. My thing is now I want to see a filtered sun, right? And I also want to see a moon. I want to see a moon as well. Right.
That video I gave you on the two moons, he explains in there about the morphine and the anomalies in the South. He said that back in 2017.
Wow.
But you guys don't listen to what he's saying in the video, and you just I don't know how to make people.
Well, I gotta see it, and I gotta see it, and I gotta see it again, and I gotta see it so I could understand it, because this is based off of what I think I know and what I'm seeing. They're not clicking, so I have to see it a few times in order to properly get it.
Well, I don't know what I'm seeing either. I'm just saying, listen to what he says about the anomalies in the South. They've been telling everybody since 17 and 16. They have. And just I don't know why it came to this head. I don't know. I don't understand it. And I don't know why Sarah G and Maria are saying, wake up to me. And so what did I say? It was wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, they ain't having none of that, boy. They getting mad now. Don't get mad, y'all.
Well, are you guys in the boat that it's completely fake in the Antarctic? Right now, I haven't seen enough evidence to show it's fake.
Okay, Roger.
There's a good video yesterday, Harmon, that I saw, that shows that there was a link. You know, if it's one of these surround studios.
Are they showing that they had a seam? The one with the seam?
where they linked up where there'd have to be some sort of a seam where the images are linked up, and then they took it down and fudged over it to cover it up.
And they smeared it. I saw, and a 360 camera has to have a seam. It's not seamless.
Oh, the image shouldn't. Should it?
And so they took it down and tried to smudge where they couldn't see the seam. But you can still see the seam if you. I looked at that video like 10 times. I could not see no seam. Well, once you see it, you can't unsee it. I go, well, I looked at it like I said. I looked at it 5 times yesterday, and I couldn't see no damn seam. And but they showed a little twitch. They showed that little where the one tripod twitches where they seamed it in on a 360 camera. Get a 360 camera, go on and YouTube and just study 360 cameras and see what they have to do. They used to be called panoramic cameras, if you remember, Vlad, when they first came out, and you had to stitch it all together. I imagine that's what a 360 camera is. It's not they don't call it panoramic anymore.
Yeah, I've seen these 360 cameras look crazy. They look pretty damn dope how they work.
Yeah, Rory is so deceptive on that, and it would be one thing if he got it wrong, but he's doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on that.
Who's that?
Because Rory, the guy, it's now you think. It used to be my perspective, and I used to like the guy. And now I'm like thinking.
What has he done lately? I haven't watched. Did he do something?
Well, so what he's been pushing lately in a few videos, and he comes out calling people. I'm trying to think what word he called me. The same thing. He's just calling everybody a clown and some other word, like just. And so he's pushing this idea that we don't see parallax from the 360 camera. And then he comes up with this 3D renderings, but he's very deceptive with the 3D renderings because those 3D models that he has in the software he uses could very, very easily show the perspective of the camera. You're trying to tell us what that camera does. Instead, he shows it from a distance. He everything moves around. He's got it where the 360 camera.
Yeah, I saw it.
Model. Yeah, behind that table. And then all of a sudden it jumps and starts moving around the table, telling you don't see. It makes no sense.
Then he tries to say, the people would be invisible if they're moving so fast. You wouldn't be able to see it because of the time lapse. It would be not there, you know.
Well, he calls it a hyperlapse. So
it's something I can't remember.
So he starts out this video. So I'm going through it again now, and he tries to explain what a hyperlapse is. So a hyperlapse is when you get a camera, say you have a GoPro on your chest, and you start walking through downtown area, just for an example, and you shoot it at a time lapse. So you're shooting the frame every however many seconds you want to do it. And then you play that back. That's a hyperlapse. When the camera is moving relative to the earth below you, it would be just a time lapse if you set it on a tripod. Now he's trying to distort things in our minds, he knows better, that it's all of a sudden a hyperlapse because when it's on a tripod, because the earth is moving below it. So he calls a 360 camera stationary on a tripod a hyperlapse. That would make by that reasoning, means every single camera shooting a time lapse is now a hyperlapse and time lapse.
Right. He's already gone in. He's trying confirmation bias. He's already got his mind made up. And so he's trying to make it work to where it goes to how his mind's already made up instead of just going to see what's happening.
Yeah,
is that right?
Yeah, exactly.
I think there's a lot of that.
360 camera too. So that, like you were just saying about stitching it together, a 360 camera, you could take any frame from that, and as I recommended in the comment on his videos, you can go. Anybody who wants to do this, just go type in 360 video on YouTube, and you'll find a ton of them. And if you've never done it before, just go on and pause it in a frame. If you're on a computer, you can put your mouse and click on the screen and just drag it around, and you could drag around to see all 360 around you. If you're doing it on your phone, you can just move the phone as if you're standing there and moving around, or on your phone, you can also touch the screen and drag it around.
Oh, so you can actually turn around with the phone on that app and it turns?
No, just on YouTube. You don't need any app. Just on YouTube.
No, I'm saying on your phone though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. On your phone.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, YouTube video 360, and then you can just stand around and move it. And so that'll prove you right there. He's sitting there telling us how.
And what did he call you?
There's thousands. What did he call me? I don't know. I mean, I've got all the screenshots of everything, but it's just he's just going off on everybody, calling them bad names, even when you come in good faith, like I did, just trying to have a conversation. And then
he's supposed to be a hardcore Christian, just like you.
Yeah. And then he was like telling me to grow some balls and come live with him. So
well, he's changed.
Let's go live. Oh, he has changed hardcore. So
yeah, the last time I really listened to him was back in 2017.
Oh yeah, I used to listen to him then too. I used to download his videos, and now I'm like wondering, should I go back and listen to some of these? Was that maybe not?
Well, he was doing artist perspectives then. That was not like trying to make he was doing because he's an artist. Everybody don't know Rory Cooper. He's an artist in South Africa. He shows how to paint. He shows how Da Vinci did it, how they did this, and how they get lighting and shadowing. He was teaching all that at the beginning. Yeah. But this camera stuff, I don't know what you. I feel bad for you. You know that he did that.
Oh, I mean, it's really sad, and I mean, if he supposedly knows all these all these cameras and stuff, that he should know better. That
all right.
So anyway, where I was going with that, if anybody else listening, if you want to do that, I recommend. If you want to see how one works, and you can prove to yourself instantly, all these people that have nothing to do with flat Earth, and they're not faking their 360 video, there is no parallax. What you will see. So, for example, hypothetically, if you pull up somebody and you're standing in the middle of a bunch of pillars. Obviously, there's going to be things blocked by those pillars. You can sit there and turn around in that 360 view, and nothing will change that's blocked. You're not going to see any more or any less from behind any of those pillars because it's one frame that you're scrolling through. And whether you turn that into 24 frames a second, 30 frames a second, it doesn't change it because the camera physically doesn't move.
Okay. Hey, we're stepping on Vlad's time. Vlad, thank you so much.
We always do that. Vlad tried to get out of here long ago.
Vlad, thank you so much.
Y'all.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, no doubt.
Thanks,
I
Vlad.
appreciate
Thanks,
y'all.
everybody.
Thanks for coming. Harmon, hey, listen. ABC says, Harmon, I got a nice girl for you. You need to come. Send me an email. I got a nice girl for you. That's what Angela Baby Crosby.
Well, she said send it on her. She said send it on to her channel and a chat. So I might not. You know, most likely I lean towards not.
Yeah. Her name is Shamika. She worked as a bus driver. She's retired right now.
If she's a dealer at one of the casinos here, if she's a dealer at one of the casinos, then you might have a chance.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm still the only flat Earth model that we got.
You know.
All right. Good night, guys.
All right, family. Y'all have a good night. Have a good night, Harmon.
Good show.
And family, yo, I appreciate y'all for coming out, man. Yo, thanks for coming out. Chopping it up with me at such short notice. Don't forget to hit that like. Don't forget to hit that share button and all that. But definitely, I'm going to be joining everybody tomorrow at 7:30 at 19:30, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow for True Earth Tuesday. I will be here. If I'm not here, right. If I'm not there, I'm square. I wasn't going to say if I'm not here, I'm queer. That would offend somebody or somebody.
Hey, nothing wrong with that either, man.
But I'm going to be here tomorrow, so I'm good for it. Either way, family, thank you. I wish y'all nothing but the best. Health, wealth, love, joy, prosperity, most of all, wisdom. And with that, family, I love you. I'm out. Peace.